Yeah.
Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to another episode of Downtime of the Hangar, where we talk about all things GBO2 and definitely tangent about other stuff and things.
Especially now that we're condensing like a month into an entire episode. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Today I'm joined by Gustav the 13th
Yep.
and Gaming Emblem.
Howdy, howdy.
So guys, how was your past month?
Been interesting. Recently got a new job. Just been dealing with that. It's just a simple cleaning thing, but there's been a lot of goofy shit going on. Besides that, just trying to keep up with clan matches. We're still doing Super Robot Wars. We're I think two missions away from the finale, but I also learned that there's post-game stuff. And right now, I'm also trying to do some front missions that we skipped before, as well as a final boss that actually got brought in, I think, as part of the DLC, but it's like one of the optional missions. So that was kind of neat to check out yesterday. As a repeatable. Oh. Besides that, just trying to figure out what we're gonna do afterwards. Have a few ideas, but we'll see. What about you guys?
On my end, I was able to finish Super Robot Wars 30. Feels good, man.
Hey.
It's pretty cool. They have a lot of neat little tie-ins built in. Which a couple of things I think a few things I recognized. A few other things chat pointed out, which chat knows everything. But
Infinite
it was good. Yeah, infinite wisdom, infinite Google. But finish that up. I've been getting distracted, but I did play more Lost Judgment, but then I started playing Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yes.
So now I'm trying to be the king of games. I got a condo in the Shadow Realm, so that's pretty cool. I tend to go there most nights, so figured I might as well have somewhere comfortable to stay. It's not too bad out there. Make it sound bad in the show, but the people are cool. And I've just been messing around with my I built Lightsworn first because I am a degenerate.
Oh my gosh, I'm disappointed in you.
Lightsworn's so fun.
I love it. You deck out yourself to win.
JD. and then I'm a degenerate for playing Lightsworn, but I'm a complete and utter filthy weeb because I also have Sulfur Chords, which yep.
Okay. Real quick. Before we get to the weeb thing, though, you said you built something first. Like, did you draw that from packs? How does the crafting thing work? And is
I
that how you
I did a little bit of pulling, and then I got the Lightsworn archetype deck, and I start pulling from there. Although I did that before I knew that if you just build a UR from an archetype you want, they give you the pack. They give you the secret pack, and you just pull from it.
Oh, really?
So I probably would have done that. Yeah, if you ever want to make a certain deck, just make a UR for it, and then they'll let you pull from its selected pool.
Yeah, the day I started, it gave me a secret pack for something I wanted, which I do like Gravekeepers. I literally was talking about it when Sav hopped in. And I was like, oh, I can pull from that. Oh, that's cool. So I guess I have access to this for 23 hours. And then today I'm like, oh, it's gone. Now that I have more gems, I could actually pull from it. Oh, no.
Yeah. Like, it's cool on one hand, but it definitely feels predatory on another, because you're like, oh man, I gotta get the cards I need out of the pack before it's gone in a day.
Don't
so you
wait.
Really have to
now.
Yeah, pretty much. You have to you really have to make sure you're ready to do a lot of pulls before you start pulling, because you have a limited window to get in there. It's the evolution of gotcha scum.
Right.
Oh god.
It's like when you go to buy your tickets or whatever on the website, and it's like it puts the timer up there. It's like your window of time.
Oh wow, there's even a timer. Wow.
Yeah. Places do that, and the timer doesn't actually mean anything. You can let it tick down to 0 and nothing will happen, but they just do that because they put pressure on you to think that you have to make the purchase.
Yeah.
It's literally the same idea for Yu-Gi-Oh! They just give you a whole day. but it actually does disappear. So but no, it's fun. Yu-Gi-Oh, more GBO2.
One thing that I want to know is,
Did that.
has Yu-Gi-Oh ever had an online kind of platform like this before, or is this just the latest one and people are making a big deal of it because of that?
Yes
I know
and
there's
no.
Dual Links.
Well, there was Duel Links was the kind of biggest one, but then there was a lot of like arcade games that they did. There was like Decade Duels, which was really fun back in the day. And what else? What else did they have?
Because I want to say like they've had a bunch of games that had online like battling capability, but it might as well have been kind of like Yu-Gi-Oh Light with a catered card pool. It's like playing in a cube, I guess. But this one kind of has a limited pool. I think there's over like 5,000 cards that you can pull.
Reminds me of Decade
But this one's also gacha-fied, so I'm assuming it's going to expand over time.
Yeah, that's what they're planning on doing.
That's the plan, yeah.
But like they have weird ban pools. Certain cards that are just banned completely in the normal game are like actual, just
actually
legit.
Active. Yeah,
we're limited to one, and it's like, what are you even doing? Like, there's the King of Calamity card or whatever that's straight up just banned. Is like you can use that. That pretty much.
It has a different. They have a different like list of bans and allowed cards than the physical.
Yeah, I've been seeing the memes of like the old heads in there and talking about stuff. And like, what do you mean this isn't banned or this isn't in there?
Yeah, because speaking of that, I was trying to. I need Eclipse Wyvern for my Lightsworn deck so I can get JD easier, but it's not in the game yet. And like, fuck. So use the crappy trap card instead.
And then that's the other thing. Like, there's some stuff that isn't in, which that's why I say Decade Duels, because it had everything up to Lightsworns, Six Samurai, like the gadgets, and I think that's about as far as it went. But it was around that kind of era, and it was pretty much this. Only the thing is, it was on Xbox 360 Arcade, and I think they also did a PS3 Arcade. But it was literally just like if they had Gacha back then, this would be that essentially. And that was the closest thing to like an actual Yu-Gi-Oh game that I've seen, where you could actually collect stuff and and then you played for like a month and you got enough cards to actually do something. And that one you just got a pack that had literally one of every card that was in it, and you could just slowly, fill in your dupes, and you could get 50 of the same card, which I guess in this one you can deconstruct them at that point and get crafting materials or something. I haven't really done the crafting stuff.
Yeah, you can do it. You get 10 materials for every card you disenchant for its rarity, and it takes 30 materials to make a card of it in any card. Doesn't matter if it's broken you are or crappy you are. It's 30 up front.
Okay. I will say the predatory part for the gachas seems to be in the packs and buying the packs now whenever you get the chance to. But other than that, it seems pretty good for giving you gems for like the battle pass essentially. Like,
it dries up pretty hard on the tail end though. Like, they're really generous up front, and then it kind of dries up.
I was wondering where that actually hit, because I'm like, I just save, because for the first 60 days I've got the battle pass, and I'm like, well, that's giving me pretty much it pays for itself by the end of it, from what I can tell. So as long as you have like 600 and they keep doing it that way, you keep it going. Which I bet that
I think I did. But I looked at it. If you just include the paid tier, I think you end up being down a little bit of gems.
Okay.
At the end of the day. But you get really close to breaking even, but you definitely don't make a gem profit off of the battle pass. You're just doing it to get a little bit of a rebate and get all the materials and 2 decal things if you're into that kind of thing.
That's the other funny thing. I'll notice like somebody I'll play against will have like, super background or whatever, and I'm like, oh my gosh, they've either spent, hopefully they haven't spent money on this, but
they probably just got lucky.
They've got all different character or whatever, and it's like, oof, feels bad. because
Oh well, some of those do cost gems. Yeah.
yeah, because I'm like, did they pay money or waste their gems on this when they have like, and they're using one of the basic decks, and I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, I have some cosmetics, but all of the stuff I got was free. I'm not until they'd have to put something really good out for me to want to spend my gems. They haven't done that yet.
But
I have my companion's a fucking race car.
there we go. Oh yeah,
That
that's
you
right. I
get for
just
free.
unlocked that too. Yeah, I need to use that.
Yeah, that was pretty
Yeah,
sweet.
the rabbit. But yeah.
No,
Anyway,
just use a
there's
roller
the
skate.
Yu-Gi-Oh talk. There's the Yu-Gi-Oh talk. I had
Oh
to
my
figure
gosh.
that out and ask that question about the crafting stuff because that was going to be my big thing when I got to Yu-Gi-Oh. So, but yeah, what else were you saying there? Sorry, I kind of
That was
sidetracked
good. We've already tangented. I had a good month. How about you, Magnum?
there.
Let's keep the ball rolling.
Okay. Well, for me, of course, more Tarkov. What a surprise. Monster Hunter Rise came out. Been getting my Monster Hunter on again. Love that the game is just a game. You buy it and you got a full game, and there you go, and it's good. Yeah. If you like Monster Hunter, get it. If you like fighting bosses in games, get it. There's 10, 12 weapons, 14, something like that. There's a ton of weapons, different play styles. It's amazing. And you just buy the game, and there's all the content in that one game that you just buy, which is pretty much doing all the looting. The looter, it's kind of like that gameplay loop of a looter shooter type thing, where you're going and finding a boss and getting loot from it, and then upgrading your gear and loot, leveling up stuff, and you just buy it once and you're done. So yeah, good game. Highly recommend. Monster Hunter World as well, which also has an expansion, which is also an actual expansion. Again, dying breed of game genre there, or game buying genre, whatever. However you purchase a game, it's dying. But anyway, yeah. What else? Yu-Gi-Oh now, because I'm addicted to card games as well. And I've got my addiction of League of Legends started again for some reason.
Oh no.
So I'll probably do a little bit of that, but mainly just waiting for Lost Ark to hit, where it'll take my soul for a little while. And yeah. But other than that GBO2 thing. So yeah, let's talk about GBO2 thing.
Seems good to me.
Let's see. So the first thing we have is the Garazul.
Yeah.
Okay, Garazul. Guess I'll go ahead and just put the names of each one that we talk about here. What do we think about this suit?
Yeah, it's hard. Why is a shield a shield?
Oh yeah, there's that, but there's that problem. Like,
Yeah.
why do they give it shield and I mean, it's cool.
I was gonna say it's not so much a problem, just the fact that it didn't have it on the Dokkan.
Yeah, why doesn't everything else work like this? Come on. That's my problem with it. Like, let everything else do it. Let the not the Ashimar.
Palace Athena,
No,
Gian,
it's something around when the Ashimar came out. What is it?
Ricardo Diaz.
No, it's got the whip and it's got the rifle that the. Oh my god! Let me just look. I've got the. Oh, for goodness sake. But anyway, weapons wise, and I'm guessing you've got the stuff pulled up for stun and value stuff because
I sure can.
It's got his beam machine gun that shoots what, a 5-6 round burst. Does it have a grenade? This is another one I didn't get.
Hold on a second. Loading the page up now.
Okay. But
yeah.
I'll find the suit I was talking about here in a second.
So there's an AK.
Yeah, the AK.
Heat Hawk, hand grenade, Sturmfaust, and shield.
Okay, it has. Oh yeah, it has the fireable gun Sturmfaust thing. Yeah, that's what it was. It wasn't a grenade. That's what it was.
That goofy Faust gun.
Yeah.
It does have a grenade, but it also has a stern Faust.
Oh wait, okay, yeah, it does.
Oh, but you're saying it's not an underrail, right?
Yeah. How many shots does it stun in? That was my biggest question because I couldn't really tell.
Looks like each shot is 20%.
Oh, okay. And it's how many bursts? Is it 5 or 6?
It looks like it does a 6 point. It says 6 burst.
Okay. Well, that's not bad actually. That's actually pretty hype. I think I've changed my stance on this suit because I was like, okay, it seems like it's shooting a lot. Nothing much is happening. It melee seems to clap though. Have you guys seen much of this suit recently?
It's pretty common. It was a lot more sought after during clans, and I did see a fair amount of them when we were fighting, but I don't know if it's like, I wouldn't say it's necessarily a staple, but it's common enough.
Or you can also charge.
I think it's
and
faded into
fire.
obscurity. Mm-hmm.
I will say though, it seems solid enough though. Like, I was kind of questioning at 550. My concern was at 550 that machine gun needs to stun, otherwise it's gonna just be meh for the most part. And also the Marasai was the one that has the shield kind of like it that I was talking about.
Oh yeah, the Marasai.
But did any of us get the Garazulu though?
I wish.
Well, that one won't be showed off later. Let's see. Anything else on this suit? Or anything?
It has a strong melee. Like the stuff that it runs is pretty neat. I'm just looking at the skill list. Just give a quick overview. It's got leg shock absorber, quick boost, can dodge roll, has balancer, force injection level 1. Probably should make it level 2. Aerial control, ambac. You can use 2 melees. It has maneuver armor, which is always pretty nice on a general. Just in general, like on any suit, but explosive reactive, or sorry, not explosive reactive, but has anti-blast, which is I'm sure is a fake skill. Shoulder armor, special cushioning, and it has personnel radar, so you can see pilots. But it seems pretty tanky. Definitely looks like it may be made to get in there, slap people around, bully raids.
What's the stats on it? You want to go down the list of stats, and we'll give final thoughts.
Health is 17,500. Live ammo is 14 for the defense. Beam defense is 27. Melee defense is 25. Range modifier is 25%. Melee modifier is 30. Speed is 130. Boosted movement is 215. It has 70 thrust. Turning speed is 66. 75 in space. Has priority 3 for melee. And takes 16 seconds to spawn. Slots are 15, 16, and 19, starting from top to bottom. And modifiers are pretty standard. The only big thing is that the fall off on the second swing is significantly worse than usual suits. Normally it's 100% damaged into 50. This one does 100% into 30. Ooh. So you really don't want to do 2 swings. You probably just want to downswing people.
Yeah, I noticed just a lot of people downswinging all the time.
Maybe that's why. The second swing is garbage.
Okay, so final thoughts on this. Who wants to go first?
I still really want one. It's got good build up on the rifle and stuff. And from what I've seen, since it does have priority 3, even though the swings are kind of slow, they definitely get some good damage in there. Overall, it's kind of just what I wanted the Gyaradoga to be. But the interesting thing about that is that people have actually been practicing that suit a lot more and getting pretty good with it at the same time. So I don't know. It all depends on your preference. If you don't really care about doing like the extra chops after they readjusted the Doga with like the 2 melee and just want to focus on the one and have something that's a bit more like, I don't know, maybe a bit more reliable and just like simplified, then the Zulu is probably a good choice.
Yeah, for me, I wouldn't mind getting it the shooty style. I do like that, being able to stun raids and stuff. It's pretty nice. Yeah, after kind of looking at the percentages, I think it's a whole lot better than what I've seen it in play. So yeah, I wouldn't mind getting it. Pretty solid, for sure.
Yeah, nothing like, especially now that the banner's obviously gone. Nothing to go crazy about, but if you like that heavy hitting kind of play style, maybe if you like the Tristan or something like that, if you see it like in a store, you happen to pick it up. I don't think people will be Q dodging you if you run to suit or anything like that. It seems solid enough.
Okay, so that's the Gear Zulu. Let's we got next. Ah, yes, my boy, the RS Georgia. Let's go. Okay, I like it. Good. It's pretty hype. You can actually do a ton of melee damage, which is kind of interesting for a support.
These darn supports with their melees.
And yeah, backdoor. Big brain. But do I still have it here? I don't know if I have it here. Darn it. Wait for it. Yes. Big brain. Okay, anyway. But yeah, mainly I could just bring that one up. I do have that one. So I'll go ahead and play the video, playing the videos with these two. So they don't, okay, or internet can die. Maybe their website died. Okay, this was another. Also, by the way, that one was $5.50. This one is also $5.50 for cost. And again, one cost. I guess we can talk about that more later, but just one cost suits now, guys.
Maybe better say they're going back to it.
Or yeah, I guess. Yeah. So, with this 2,100 damage, 6 shots, or if you full charge, it uses the remaining ammo that you have to do a heavy stun. With a cooldown time of 4 seconds between shots and a focus time of 5 seconds. Which, you know, I know another suit that has a focus time of that doesn't heavy stun. Cough, cough, Doga quests. 2,500 damage with the RS Charger Beam Saber with pretty much equal melee and range modifiers. So, well, that's a little bit less. 35-22, which still for a support to have 22 base, kind of gross. The hand grenade,
The hand tube.
Yeah, the hand tube has
Thing's huge.
1,900 damage, so you chunk. So you definitely want to throw those in there when you're not, like, if you stun somebody, you can just throw one of those and do another like 3,000 damage, which is kind of crazy. And then the 3,000 damaging 3-tube special missile pod, which takes 5 missiles to stun. Is that correct? Is that the percentage on that one?
Yeah, 20% per missile.
So yeah, 5. You got 12 shots. Feels really good to stun a raid, and then you can follow up with another stun, and then just go melee them. Yeah, really cool suit. The main downside with this suit is it has almost no ballistic resist, where other supports can just look at you and make you disappear if they have ballistic damage. So that is the scary thing. Or any other support or sorry, not support, suit that has ballistic damage can really hurt you because you only have 13. but you do have 23 and 24 beam and melee resist. 17,000 health, which is decent at this cost. And thruster is 65, which is going to be the main thing of keeping you in a good spot. 190 top speed, 125 movement, and 86 turn speed. 14, 10, and 16 is the part slot. Well, skill-wise, typical support things, but you do have melee combo controller and force injector. So sadly, nothing like maneuver armor or double tackle or anything. I think maneuver armor would be very thematic with this suit. Honestly, I think they could put that on this and it would be fine. What do you guys think?
It'd be interesting. It's just a Jar Jar painted green with a beam, with a sniper rifle. I mean, probably not. Just like different engine or something, but I don't think it would hurt it in game.
Yeah, like, because again, at this cost at 550, there's a lot of things that are going to stun you no matter what. And if you have 0 stun prevention and you don't have any defensive layers, then it just hurts.
Especially since now, like, I don't know, maybe I'm not playing 550 enough, but it's 550 is in the cost range I like to dabble in. I feel like I don't really see it anymore. Like, you saw it a little bit when the banner dropped, and then it just kind of, to me, fell away, which is kind of weird since it has a heavy stagger, but I don't know. I don't really see it that much personally.
Well, I mean, the heavy stagger, you have to charge it, first of all. So if I, again, it's kind of a small frame, which is nice. That is the one nice thing about it. But if I just want a heavy stun that I can consistently use and also maybe hit more than one suit, I'm just going to play the Gyaradoga heavy arm. If I want something a little more safe that can also get stunned the same way, but also has at least damage control, I'm going to play the Zissa. And if I really want to go silly, I'll just play the Dom Nomide. And get shot in the ass a lot. Be super tanky because of it. Like, that's, I don't know, that's kind of my problem with it, is it's, and if I, want some, Palace Athene, you mentioned that one, right? Like, the Palace Athene can just crouch and not worry about getting stunned, and you're also super tanky. You have way more health. The thing is, you can't really deal with melees as much, but if it's a general coming at you, you have type advantage, so you're not taking much melee damage. Now, that is the main benefit with the thing, is since it has so much melee defense, I can get it close to 50, and generals do nothing. So especially your typical shoot melee general kind of suit, like, might as well not even be attacking you at this point, because that is one of the best parts about it. You have so much melee defense. Well, you can get hit 50 on it, is where I'm actually at, and you're still chunking for damage. So type advantage plus 50 resist. I don't care if a Mark II is hitting me. I'm cool. But looking at everything else that's here, I mean, yeah, you have, and it's also 550. So you have the Rigazee at this cost. So I was gonna say I could use the MLRS, but then I got reminded that Rigazee exists, and Rigazee can just one-shot the GBO2 MLRS, because if it touches the shield, it goes to the main body. Anyway.
It's like a heavy attack.
Unfortunate.
But I don't know. I just feel like everything needs, especially at a certain point, once certain mechanics kick in and things are going faster and stuff, you need some kind of stun prevention. On whether it's crouching, which I don't think would be thematic with this, but you just need something. Like, if they're not going to give us dodge rolls, they need to give us some kind of layer. And I mean, for instance, the Zissa has 5 trillion build-up stuns, which I think that's, its own weapons can be its own defense layer, right? And where the
Zissa also has damage control.
Yeah, I mean, well, it has damage control at least, at the very least, right? So a lot of raids that build up stun that works against. But for the Jarja's case, yes, it does have a heavy stun, but the Gyaradoga heavy arms, the reason why its heavy stun kind of works is it's flash damage, so it's easier to hit, and also you just pull the gun out and shoot, rather than charge for 5 seconds and use all your ammo and then have to use something else. That's kind of my problem. But you do have the build-up missiles. I don't know. I think it's solid, but I think it's just at that bar of like just being above the acceptable range. I think, as far as a solid support.
Yeah, honestly, it seems like the way they want you to use a suit is to get in there, like maybe knee stagger somebody, and then melee them. Since you have balancer, you can which the knee stagger gives you plenty of time already, but
Yeah.
It's a little bit easier to bunga with the suit, and then you can literally just play it like any of the other like downswing like rocket disengagers, standard or not standard, but the G line light, the Jarja itself. If you aren't initiating with the missiles, downswing missile barrage while you're backing up to switch, then maybe hit them again, get some damage out that way. But maybe just have like a pocket general or beat a pocket support to a pocket general.
Yeah, pretty much. That's how I've been playing it. I've been finding a general that I can stick by and get in and kind of brawl, and I'll either be the second one into the fight because I can get stunned easy, or kind of if somebody's caught out, then I can just go in and we can go ham on somebody. And it does help that it has priority 2. There's a lot of generals that you can also bounce off of. I almost forgot to bring that up. So yeah, I am a fan of that. The priority 2 is insanely nice. When you bounce off of a what is it, the Dryson, feels good, man.
Or a Night Seeker.
Hashtag.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The Night Seeker V in chat at the same time when you said that. Oh my gosh, yes. That is hilarious. That's a big.
If you'll bounce against both of them, unless one of them's heavy attacking.
And then everybody gets knocked down for some reason.
Sounds about right.
But yeah. As you can tell, I like the suit. I just wish it had one extra layer, like maneuver armor would be good, and then I think it would be up there with Palace-Athene or any other of the good supports. It'd definitely be up there, top tier. But I think it definitely can work though. Like by no means is it, like the Gallus K.
Oof.
That suit's in the game.
Yeah, I mean it.
I've
it has
never seen it. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, when I see it, I'm just like, lol. I mean, all it has is anti-stealth and 2 stuns, and I'm just like, oh, okay. But any other thoughts on that one?
I'm pretty like meh overall on the suit personally. Like, it seems fine enough, but I think there are better options out there that players probably already have for the most part. So
yeah, it's alright.
It's green though, okay? It gets bonus points for me for being green, right?
I know. And like I've seen people do good runs in it. It's just
sure.
It's just kind of there. It's almost, you know what it is? Like people use the HML all the time, but because it's literally just a variant of the Zeta, it's like, oh, it sure does yellow things and it sure has a superpower, but in this case, it doesn't even have that, so there's nothing that really makes it stand out any more or less.
That's what we need to do. Give it biosensor.
Like, get in there.
Stuff.
Okay. Oh, biosensor. Yeah, no.
But, no, I mean that would be hilarious. But I'm just saying, there's nothing too crazy about the suit. So.
Yeah. So the weird part, their videos got mixed up on this next thing, so I can't really look at the suit's performance. But we can show off the Black Rider and what it does. So the next banner was the Black Rider and the White Rider.
Yeah, I don't know why they never fixed that either, which is the worst part.
The Dagdoll's video is on it, which is funny. The main thing, I guess we can talk it. I've already got it up and showing it. The Black Rider, it's got a stealth mode, and for the opponent, you just see a puff of smoke and some footsteps. That's how it works. But the thing is, it can't, you can't do anything, not even boost, right?
Yeah. That has a duration, right? Like,
yeah,
for some reason, I think it lasts 15 seconds or something like that, right? Like, it's not until you do something that breaks it.
Yeah, it is a duration, but it's just like, I don't know. it looked cooler than what it is, and once you realize that if it's stunned, it can't do anything, but it also can't really do anything while in it. If you're a support and you notice it, you're just like, I'm gonna stun you now, and I'm gonna knock you down. Now I'm gonna walk away. Like, I don't know. Once you start paying attention to it, as a support player, I learned really quickly to pay attention to the puff of smoke that's approaching me aggressively. So, I don't know. Weird gimmick. I'm wondering if they're going to do any more of that somewhere along the line, but yeah. Other than that, though, the suit's base mechanics, I think it definitely got the better deal coming from Code Fairy. I almost say Code Pixie again. Code Fairy to GBO2.
Mm-hmm.
So, sadly didn't get it, right, Emblem?
No, yeah, I didn't get any riders, and I pulled a little bit, but
okay. Well, if you want to pull up the stats, and we can go through those, but Gustav, you got the white one. Did you get the black one?
I only got the white one.
Okay. Well, what do you guys think of the black one so far?
It's kind of a mixed bag. It's a little obnoxious to deal with, but once it gets found out, it's not too bad actually. Unless you're the support, in which case you're probably gonna get a cable to the ankles, and it just goes downhill from there unless somebody stops it. It's
yeah,
really stacked, like for the things that it has and the kind of setup that it has, having the forward momentum and the kind of pixie-like swings while also having a pretty aggressive cable and a really fast instant stun, since it's literally a railgun unless you're using something else. It's just a really good combination.
For some reason.
Yeah, that's the more terrifying thing for me. As a support, when I saw people trying to use the ammo gimmick, I was like, well, once I realized how it worked. And the rest of it, though, if they just come at me normally, I'm like, no, go back to trying to be stealth. Oh, help!
Just trying to be sneaky, please.
So yeah, when they forgot about even using that, then it got more terrifying, because it does have normal stealth, doesn't it?
Yeah,
I think it has. I thought
it's like normal stealth and jamming, I think.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, it doesn't have stealth. It just has jamming.
Okay,
it just gets stealth level 2 when you activate the smoke.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, what weapons does it have? Stats and all that good stuff, Emblem?
Yeah, so primaries can use rail cannon.
You cut out?
Yeah, I did fix something.
Okay.
I forgot a train was passing by and I muted, and I guess I didn't unmute on my end. So looks like we're good. But yeah, primary is the rail cannon. It can also use the assault armor shotgun, double daggers. It has the stand anchor, as the GBO2 wiki refers to it, which is pretty much just your standard sea serpent type effect. Arm grenade launcher, active duck, beam disturbing membrane bullet, which is a cool effect. Flash grenade as well. So you have a lot of really cool options. Honestly, I think the Black Rider looks really, really good. I think when I was talking to Crossbone, he put it well. It's one of those cases where if you already have a suit like the Jetta Trainer or whatever, the Raid, you don't have to worry about too much. But if you're efficient for something at that cost, I've been looking for a little something else. It's not a bad pick at all. I mean, just being able to do a stagger into the rail anchor thing is so good.
At 452, that's the main thing. Like,
yeah, it's stacked for that cost.
Oh yeah,
with all the shit that it's got going on.
I think really probably. Would you think there's any other raids that's better than it, other than the trainer?
Red Rider has to bunga too hard, as I'm nearly numb. No, yeah. I'm more just thinking. I'm listening.
I feel like the trainer and Red Rider are like just the overt unga bunga. Like, I don't really give a fuck if you see me or not. Right?
Well, the main thing with the trainer is
Rider
it's the
gets in
only
there.
suit that can. I think it might be the strongest suit raid at cost
Yeah.
that we have, just because you can pretty much guarantee your heavy attack.
Yeah, just
Charging
flip
somebody,
dip.
and the only option that they have is either tackle you and you just bait it, and then as soon as they tackle you, just do the flip, and then yeah, that is dumb because the
I guess
tackle does nothing.
But in a way, like if you get in a situation where you have to duel the other raid, you better hope it's not a trainer while you're in the Black Rider, because it's probably gonna catch you in the flip.
Yeah, because the flip also would just ignore the stun from the anchor too.
Mm. And generally, I think it's just faster than the Black Rider.
But what stats does it have too? If you want to go through the stats, I'll be right back.
Sure. So HP is 16,500. It's live ammo defense or ballistic defense is 15. Beam resist is 5. Melee resist is 23. Range modifier is 13. Melee modifier is 32. You get plus 25 when you activate the boost. It puts it up to 57. Speed is 5. Or no, sorry, speed is 125. I'm looking at the boost that you get when you pop Themis or whatever the heck it's called. Yeah, boosting movement is 205. It has default thrust of 55. Turning speed is 66. Yeah, because it's on the ground. 66. Priority 3 has a unique counter. So respawn time is 14 seconds. And from top to bottom, the part slots are 14, 10, and 8. And it has reduced fall off on multiple attacks. So generally for a 3-hitter, it's 150 and then 25% damage. This one is 100 on the first swing, 60% on the second, and 36% on the third. Besides that, all the
Like I say, let me try to
modifiers
pretend to be Magnum. Fascinating.
yes, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
What skills does it have?
Skill wise, it
Forward.
has assault booster level 2, evasion control or dodge roll, high performance balancer, force injector 1, combo controller 2, ability up Themis, maneuver armor 2, explosion anti-blast, was crazy. Back special cushioning, so your goofy little disc are not being taking as much damage. There's still hitboxes though. Don't get shot in your strings. It has jamming level 1 and the optical camouflage system.
So it's not Hades mode. What does that actually do for it? You know?
So I'm glad you asked, Swagnum. When you activate it, your ballistic defense goes down by 5. All your defenses go down by 5. So you drop down to 10 base ballistic defense, 0 beam resist. Melee modifier goes down to 18. Your melee damage modifier goes up by 25, so it makes the base 57. Your speed increases by 5. Your high speed movement increases by 5, goes up to 210. Your thruster consumption is reduced by 35%, and the initial consumption of a boost is reduced by 9. Your turn speed is increased by 18, and you also get emergency evasion control level 2, and you get attack attitude control level 1. And that's the one that makes it to where you aren't staggered out of your swings or whatever.
Oh, okay. The
Almost mix it up with something
offense
else.
system.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
offense system.
Weird. Yeah, it's got a weird name in JP, but I think it's offense system. Yeah, reduced reaction when hit by shooting during melee attack.
Okay. Okay, that's pretty nice.
And it lasts for 60 seconds.
Do you think it's worth
Nice
using
if the
that?
Red Riders last minute. Hell yeah. Offense system is fucking amazing.
Only more things had it.
Yeah.
Right?
Your job is to get in. If you're on top of the support, you aren't worried about getting shot by beams. If you're worried about that, use your beam membrane bullet or whatever.
Oh yeah, that's right. It has that thing.
The way they describe it almost kind of makes me think of like that freeze yard stuff they were talking about that like picks up mines and stuff for the aquatic suits.
Honestly, it's interesting that they gave that to the Black Rider. You remember when we were talking about the Methus, like way back in the day?
Yeah.
And we talked about its chaff grenade, and we talked about it having like a field with like either reduced the effectiveness or negated beam attacks, like in it or whatever. That's such a like. I get that it's making up for its weakness of its low beam resist, but that just feels like such a supporty kind of thing. Like, I wonder if that's something to do.
If anything, they should have gave it to the Kai. That would have been cool.
Mm-hmm.
If we're talking about it having like a support like ability.
Yeah, that would make sense.
But yeah, I would like to see more kind of buff things that units can do. Either like I know they already have the self buffs, but more effects like the stealth grenade that the whatever the Jigen with the missiles or whatever the heck it is.
Yeah, the proto Jigen.
Yeah, that thing. Like those effects are cool. It'd be nice to see more.
Yeah, that would be cool. I wonder if they will add it to maybe the White Rider later or some other stuff.
The White Rider is already perfection, man. We don't need anything else.
Oh my gosh.
Oh god, we'll get into that in a second.
I was gonna say. I was gonna say Red Rider, Black Rider. What final thoughts? What do we think?
I think it's really good. I want one.
Yep, solid, obnoxious to deal with. Definitely want to give it a shot myself, but it's probably gonna be a while until I get one.
Yeah, 2-star problems. Yay.
Oh god, don't even barf.
But yeah, definitely want to try that thing out. Something that I'm kind of glad even though I'm a support main and want support, I'm glad I didn't really roll on too much. The White Rider. Gustav, you have it. What do you think of it?
It's good. It's fine. That's kind of the problem though, is that it's like it's fine, but it's just like it's almost just too so. And like you can tell they really wanted to do something with the way that the charge thing works for the system. And it's just like, okay, well you can do it really fast once, but there's no sped up like cooldown when you're actually using the mode, so you're still left without it for like over a minute. Which is really awful.
I know it just shoots one shot, but I hate the effect that it has, because in the video it looks like it's shooting a long laser like the BST, rather than like it blinks like it shoots one
You just
shot.
wanted it to be a whoosh and not like a big dunk like the regular boosted versus like the 4.
Well, I'm just what kills me is the animation of it, because it shows the shot going through the suit, but it's still like blink 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 blink, and then it can move again. It's like,
yeah, like the particle like lingers or whatever.
Like the biggest commit stance in existence from this thing shooting. I don't know if that's how it actually feels, but from the little animation that I'm playing right now, where the preview video.
Yeah, I think they just had them stay like that. I'm pretty sure you move after you lose it. I'll have to do it again. Do we want to try to go in for that since some of us have it, or?
Yeah, we could just have a random brawl of all the suits that we have. We got one more after this, right? Or is the next one the actual? Oh, the next one is the actual.
Yeah, the next one would be the new suit.
Okay, so yeah, we could do a brawl for these.
Yeah, I got like less than a minute on this match, and I can hop in there with you guys.
Okay, perfect. Well, there's not much to go through, so if you want to go through the weapons and stats and stuff.
Sure.
It sure is
an NBL, a beam saber, and a rocket launcher, and the Gatling gun.
Now the Gatling gun's pretty solid. I have to give it that.
Yeah. It's slow though.
It's slow,
I'm
but it's
actually
long range.
surprised at like the firing rate on that. The build up, at least in terms of damage and stuff, not bad. I I kind of wish that the stun was a little bit faster, considering that you don't have much else. But the wrist-mounted or grenade rocket launcher that you got on you does instant stun, which is nice.
Yeah, it's pretty much a grenade or missile launcher or something.
Yeah, it's pretty much your bazooka. And then the beam rifle, what kind of sucks with the beam rifle is you're pretty much never going to get that off normally. You have to pop your Zeus mode, and that's the only time you're going to use it. But then at that point, it's like, I don't know. I'd probably only use it when I'm.
Well, wouldn't you open a team fight with it though?
Yeah, you might get it the first time, the first engagement, if it's a big enough map where everybody's not going to start fighting immediately. So like, you probably wouldn't get it off, or maybe get it off on like Arctic base, maybe. But typically the fight's already been going on for, because it is 20 seconds, right?
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I feel like in most cases, even on Arctic, you'd probably have enough time, unless you'd literally just get caught. Because it's like you can move and use it. You're not doing anything anyway, and at worst, you just switch to a different weapon, right?
yeah, I mean, you can still charge it, but the chances of you getting to use it effectively are, I feel in most cases, are almost non-existent. And if you are kind of peeking around a corner or whatever, depending on how YOLO your team is, it might be more effective just to go with your bazooka rocket. But
I'm in.
Okay. What's go down the stats real quick and the skills, and then we'll do stuff, and then I'll shoot you an invite.
Hold on, let me at least log into my PSN. Oh shit, Yu-Gi-Oh. Home screen.
No. But
okay, I'm loading the game up now. All right.
Are you on Seiji?
Yeah. Okay. So HP is 16,000. Its ballistic defense is 14. Beam resist is 17. Which, let me know if Goose, if any of these values seem wrong to you, let me know. They're like showing double numbers for some reason, which is always a little bit dubious. But melee defense is 17. The range modifier, range modifier is 27. Melee modifier is 18. Base speed is 120. Boosted speed is 185. Base thrust is 55. Turn speed is 63. Priority 1. Then it takes 14 seconds to respawn.
Oh shit! I just realized if no one else has the White Rider, I'm gonna have to switch to Jenny.
Yeah, you're gonna have to switch to Jenny, bud.
Okay, I'll come back then. Does anyone have the other
I have none of the suits we discussed
guy,
today.
or do we just want to like wait and do that separate one for that?
Yeah, we can do a separate one from that since it's a bit higher
cost. Okay.
So we'll be derping around in support. I don't know, Emblem, if you want to bring like a 450 to 550 suit of some variety that's not a raid, please.
Damn.
Oh, just bring the raid.
Or bring the raid.
Like, Goose not giving me permission. Okay.
On a side note, does anyone know what VYN stands for?
VYN?
Someone in my chat just came in with like a Russian username, went VYN FYI, and I was like, what?
Oh, is that does it look like a link?
No. Or at least I don't think it can be one in YouTube.
Because I feel like that's a comment I get commonly, and it's a link that you definitely don't want to click on.
Yeah, I'm just gonna assume and get rid of that. Man, that was weird. Alright, logged in. Coming over.
View your neighbor. Maybe he was advertising some weird voyeur site.
Oh God. Never leave it to chance,
450?
right?
Okay, so yeah, Goose, I brought up yours. Do you not have the game up on your end?
Yeah, I do.
I'm seeing a notepad right now.
What do you mean? Oh, are you looking at the old link? I put a new one in the chat.
Oh.
If you looking, okay, so like halfway through this mob crush just like shit the bed on me, and I had to go through restream. So
Oh, okay.
I'm on again. Do you see the other link down there?
Yeah, hang on.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Round. Right.
On a side note, Restream does not let you do public Facebook accounts for restreaming unless you pay them. So keep that in mind if you ever want to do multiples between like
That's
YouTube and
interesting.
Facebook. That's why I was using Mob Crush, but then like when I tried to reconnect after it went down on me, it said it was and it wasn't. So
Give you the hit you with the no.
Okay, there we go.
So I have to troubleshoot that because at some point I do want to try, like, once I actually hit 100 followers on Facebook, I want to be able to like get enough streaming things on there, like hour wise, so that I can apply to get into their own version of like the affiliate thing, so that my videos can actually be like better quality because they lock it behind that.
Yeah, quality can be rough.
Yeah, they keep it
No,
at like 30 FPS instead of 60, and I'm like, what?
Okay. And then we went over the skills and stuff on it, right?
man, you put it on unrestricted, but we're doing 450.
Well,
The other suits are a different
I'm doing
cost,
the
so that's
artist
why we put it
Georgia.
out unrestricted.
So,
Oh, I see.
yeah, so 450 to
They're all just
550.
messing around. That's why I had to be unrestricted.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So I get to be in the lowest cost suit in the group. Yay!
Fun. I'll be a 500 cost suit then.
Okay. But yeah, you did go over the skills though, right?
I think so, but why don't, for prosperity's sake, we just double back just in case.
Yeah, do that real quick while we're selecting stuff.
What the hell?
Okay, it's got high performance balancer. It has combo controller level 1.
Wow.
Ability up Zeus, which increases your range damage by 20. Your resistances go down by 8. Speed increases by 5. High speed movement is increased by 5. Turning performance raised by 10. Your mega beam focusing time is reduced by 14 seconds. You get an effect similar to force injection. There's a weird note on here that says thruster consumption plus 100 when using force injection effect. So I don't know if like you can just do one side boost and it uses all your energy or whatever, or your thrust. But I don't know. But the activation time or the duration is 55 seconds. Honestly, though, I think they should reduce the fall off. I don't think you get enough. Like the only really, like, the stat increases are nice and the beam reduction is cool, but the force injection effect doesn't seem good enough. And like you like to say, Magnum, force injection isn't defense. Like I think they should make it like maybe a 3% reduction if they still want to do their flavorful stat fall off nonsense.
Especially with no roll, it's just really brutal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It is priority 1 melee, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct.
Unfortunately,
Out, its downswing modifier is 150%. It's
and
higher than
carries like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like it's got some distance to it.
Like you definitely want to just bazooka and then.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, like you're pretty much doing stun and a bunga things if shit gets too close. I will say there's a really weird feel to the arm bazooka or whatever, just because of something about arm mounted weapons, like the reticle to like spotting ratio is just really rough on them.
Oh man.
Oh boy. Just a bunch of wriggly supports running around.
No. Ow.
Oh shit! No, no, you're no. Stop!
Oh man, that thing
Stop
takes
me.
too long.
Oh no!
Yeah, I don't like that you guys can actually smack me at range pretty easy too, because I can't pop and do my shit.
I feel like if you're going to
Wee! I can do that too.
I feel like though if you're
Yours
going to
is
use
definitely a
Zeus,
little bit
it's
faster.
closer
Yeah.
to the end of your lifespan because of how.
Well, you also need like a good like distracted battle going on too. But yeah, the DPS on the gun, it's not bad.
I got stuck on a thing.
Don't mind me. Don't come down here.
Oh no!
Mind your business. He tackled.
Fuck both of y'all.
No. He's got the
Really doing it.
priority.
I got priority.
He's got the
Respect my
priority.
priority.
Respect the priority, you some bitch. No.
Wait, what the? What was that angle? Did you see my guy? Oh, there we go.
No.
Cannot aim.
Damn.
Ow! Rude.
Oh my gosh.
Disgusting.
Oh my gosh, I'm incapable of
What
aiming.
the hell are you guys doing?
I had like 2 health in a dream.
I like
yeah.
that you can spawn at the base spots on this map whenever it's in a different thing.
Oh, that's actually really nice. I wonder if they're gonna just put those in all the maps. Change that around.
Oh.
Ow.
It's like fucking
I want to know the stun percentage.
high
on
stack. It's like high stack rate. It might even be slower in terms of the actual firing rate on it.
that. Oh, ow.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh, ow, 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 ow.
no.
Goodbye. Oh.
Well, I was aiming at something, but I hit something else.
Yeah, I think he
The
hit
game
me.
was like, I don't know about that one, Chief.
My heavy stun. Hang on. No.
How did that hit me?
Yeah.
Woo!
Oh, fuck. Saw you peeking over there, man.
I was like, he fucking clipped. That's one thing about this map. I know we're probably going to talk about this map a little bit more in depth later, but like,
Oh,
this map, because it's so complicated, has a lot of weird clipping areas and things where people are like Tony Hawk grinding when they're trying to land.
Oh my gosh, I need to find that
People
one
are
clip.
just getting stuck. I need to
landed
do a
in front
clip
of
of
you.
one.
Well, remember
The
when I
match
landed?
that I did in the Shikikai, there was one that was like that. Oh god.
Well, I remember I landed in front of you and you were just like,
What the fuck?
Damn it. Fuck.
because I was just like grinding there for 3 days. I was like, hang on, Gustav, I'll be right with you. Don't kill me, please.
That's right. Oh god, let me know because I've looked at the other one. I was in a Shikikai and raided, and it happened again. A Masala got stuck.
Yeah, I'll try to put that somewhere around this point. Wouldn't want to be
Got it.
Ah!
What are you
What the?
doing?
I'm grinding on a rock. What is this?
Fucking Tony Hawk that shit. Let's go. I did that yesterday on fucking mountain.
Oh, go if I can find it. Oh.
Ooh, crafty. This is why you look at his, even though I got the bot.
But if I can't
Also,
find
mine's
it,
gonna be kind of broken up because of that mob crush shenanigans today, so sorry about that in advance.
Ah.
Thankfully, we went on a huge Yu-Gi-Oh tirade, so that kind of filled up some of that time while I was figuring it out. Huh?
Heavy.
What the fuck? No, why you gotta be like this? No, 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 no. Disgusting. How could you do this to me? So mean?
Ah, no.
Oh damn. Oh damn.
No.
I will say, if you ever just wanted a yellow Stamen, just use the AR.
Yeah, it does a good job of that. Well, that's
You
probably
didn't
not
get
gonna
up high
work.
enough.
Oh, that missed.
Yes.
Does he not have balancer?
Maybe?
The AR or
Yeah, they are. Fuck! Come on,
That's-
Gustav.
what?
Oh my gosh,
This
that
is like the
one
fucking third
one
time.
And
bullet.
do none.
That one Gatling bullet again. He stole my kill at the beginning there too. Same
I
thing.
didn't do that. Don't try to fit that on me because you just didn't kill him fast enough.
Oh my gosh, it's a melee that does like 3,000 damage. He was left with 100 health. You know, I'm gonna land here and see what happens.
Oh,
Shit.
Oh my, you are very low,
yes.
sir. You need to stay alive a little bit longer. So I can
No,
probably
you
kill
don't. You need to die right now.
How are you able to do that?
No.
How are you able to tackle for that melee? What the fuck?
I gotta do those triangle tackles. Ooh.
He's got that host advantage or something. Oh,
I'm not even hosting. What are you talking about?
I know. I'm memeing. Ugh.
Why you gotta stab? How could you stab? God, my chat stinky.
Get stabbed.
It's got an Asian.
Ow.
Ooh. Oh.
Doesn't slip off. There
Ooh.
it goes.
Oh. You just have to wait for it. Jesus, take the wheel.
No, dang it.
Oh, no, 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 no,
Oh my god, he got it.
Wait, he got it again? No way he got it again.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
I did.
Wait, but fuck, man.
Shouldn't have whipped out the
Kill stealing
repeater.
motherfucker. Damn it.
That shit don't blast down like the regular Zeroshiki. Ain't that quick.
You stole so
Ugh.
many of my fucking kills, man. Like, fuck, dude.
Hey, man. Think of it this way: if you ever are
No,
the
that's how you
unfortunate
play it, but it
soul
still doesn't mean I'm not salty as
that
fuck.
gets stuck in like no, I'm just saying like in terms of like ace and stuff, you can just get in that dock in and the spacing will probably be good enough. You can just fudge it that way.
Oh yeah, what was also said in chat too, if there is a comper on the enemy team while you're playing the RS Georgia, you
Okay.
heavy stun it and you delete it with your melee. Like it is
Oh hell yeah!
like it literally does not live after a heavy and melee. Like the comper is dead with a Georgia on the enemy team. But yeah, that is I forgot to change the name of the title each time. Whoops, I said I was gonna do it. I just noticed.
That's okay.
Oh well.
I did too.
I know what section this is. I'll just put old suits. That way I don't have to figure anything out later in the time.
Yeah, I did it now.
But yeah. Now for the Shiki Kai.
All right, now I gotta get out of here.
Let's talk about that. Let's go over the stats and stuff. Oh, real quick. The White Rider though. Final thoughts. For me, I think it's okay. The beam could be really cool. I feel like they're gonna buff it a little bit at some point because they definitely want to do something with that. It's just I don't think the like maybe its cooldown goes down a little bit so you can use it maybe twice. You just pop it right away and you get 2 uses in that mode or something. But yeah, I don't know. It's a little odd.
Well, seeing as Gustav won the brawl match, is the best support in the game as far as I'm concerned. So might
Hey,
is
man.
right.
ABG always be Gatling. It wins
Yeah.
games.
I watched enough anime to know that it doesn't matter what you actually think as long as you win the fight at the end. So it's good enough for me.
Don't tell them that. They still gotta keep the forums burning over there.
But
Asian, I think, has it right for the Shikikai, is at least as like a general thing, like great values there.
You say Sarah, do you mean the SCR?
Yeah,
oh okay,
Okay.
yeah.
DJ
I-
SCR. I'm just gonna say sir.
I don't know.
I
think
just making sure. I always call it the SCR, so it's what want to make sure. Okay.
like, is he saying it's better or worse? I think it's better.
Well,
than
great
the
value
Both,
is usually watered
but
down,
like it's
discount version, right?
Yeah, that's
minus
what I'm
the
like.
overboost. Well, like to be fair, the overboost gets me in trouble a lot. So
I was like, this thing has a double dodge roll. I think it's better just
it
because
has
of
a
that.
double dodge roll, but it also get stunned out of shit a lot. In between
Yeah,
that.
that's kind of true.
Well, that's going to be
So
any kind of general
I'd
problem.
love to have the number of like the intensity of maneuver armor that the fucking Sarah has. Because I'm blasting that thing down as the Shiki Kai, and I'm having a time trying to get it to stop.
Well, let's go through the weapon stats and skills. If you want to, I've got your screen up still, so if you want to hop back in here and pull up the stats while Emblem goes through the numbers and stuff, then we'll play it and give our final thoughts on the Shiki Kai.
Yeah, that's true. It does break MA better because like it's just like its 2 stuns are faster, and the Vulcans and stuff are pretty intense. So
it's got the standard Hyakushiki beam rifle that all the Shiki guys like to use. I guess not sure an AR, but it's got a Hyakushiki revised beam saber, 2400 power, head pulse laser cannon, Vulcans. I will note that these have a 10% stagger ratio on them, but it does overheat in 11 shots, so you can't miss any if you wanted to stagger something. Armed grenade launcher fires 2 bullets. Definitely just kind of made to put out damage. It only has a 20% stagger value, or maybe like lead in with the grenades and then use Vulcans or something. But you're definitely not stunning with it by itself. It has a incendiary armed grenade launcher, so the power is 200, but it does 200 per tick up to 10 times, so it's 2,000 damage. It also has a secondary clay bazooka. Big things to note: power is 2,300. Stagger value is 60%, so it's 20 lower than your standard bazooka. Four shots. Reload time is 18 seconds. And it fires 7. It takes 7 seconds between shots.
Also, what was the Vulcan stagger value? Again?
10.
Sorry? 10? Not bad.
So essentially, like pretty much the whole beam, unless you are really good at timing it, you'll have like maybe a shot left, and then you can let it like charge back out.
Yeah, Vulcan's raw. You have to hit with all of them but one. You probably want to precurse it with like a bazooka shot or
one thing I want to see when we jump
grenade.
in and like I was gonna say arm grenade into Vulcans maybe will shorten it, but I don't know by how much.
Yeah.
Well, arm grenade is 20 per grenade, so if you have both, it's 40. So you have to hit with 6 more shots. Makes it a little bit more generous. Oh, and I didn't mention it, but the stagger ratio on the incendiary grenade is 5%.
What is the if you want to go down the stats and then go over the skills real quick, and then we'll hop in play one. Just pick a 600 by the way, Emblem as well, and just we'll do generals. We'll just do 600.
Does Gustav touch on the stats since he has his suit on screen? Or you want me to?
Oh, you want me to do it?
Yeah, if you want to do it, go ahead and do that in the skills. That way it's up at the same time.
Alrighty. So 600 cost, HP is 17,500, ballistic resistance is 16, beam resistance is 30, melee resistance is 20, range strength is 30, melee strength is 30, so it's just straight balanced. Movement speed is 130, top speed, high speed movement is 210, thruster gauge is 75, turning speed is 72. In terms of part slots, we're talking close range is 13, medium range is 22, and long range is 9.
Then skills.
Alrighty. So, Leg Trap Absorber 2, Quick Boost 3, Emergency Evasion System 2, Flight Control Program 2, High Performance Balancer 1, High Spec AMBAC 2, Melee Combo Controller 1, Force Injector 2, Special Back Add-on Buffer 1, and Special Shoulder Buffer 1, which both of those mean is goes up by 10% for the reduction.
I will say before we get into the actual game, the one thing I don't like about dude's stats is I think its health could be a little bit higher.
Yeah, it's pretty small.
Because without a shield, like, it has... I mean, I guess size-wise, I would say the Gapsley kind of feels about the same size, sort of. Maybe the Gapsley might be a little bigger with its cannon sticking outside on its sides, but feels about that big, and the Gapsley has 19,000 1,000 health by default.
Yeah. The interesting thing is that the Sarah has around the same health pool. Like I actually had 1,200 on it, so it's actually lower than that from where I have it. But it also, on average, just has higher defense.
Yeah.
Across the board. But I think that's also just because it can't roll and has to really rely on just taking those hits while it's moving to like close the distance.
Right. And then something like the Rigelgu, which by default has 18,000, so that's not bad as a comparison.
Although I would say for the Rigelgu, I think it's another one that resists more than this does in terms of like, let me double check.
It does have damage control, I guess.
Yeah, it's damage
and
control.
The shoulder buffer is 30%.
I thought it had maneuver armor too, but no.
No, it's not a dry suit.
It just has the bigger. It just has the bigger resistances and stuff. But it is a bigger target at the same time, so I guess you can concede that a little bit. But even so,
I mean that's kind of my thing. I feel like, which I'm going to be using the Rigazi Kai this fight, but with it just going to no stats on it, 18,500, got a shield. It's a pretty good size shield, and it's 26, 26, 14. So just correcting its melee defense a little bit, and you end up with a pretty solid general that, you know, has a ton of stuns and other weapons, and can fly. So, yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things that I feel like it's the Shiki Kai is a solid suit, but there is better out there.
oh yeah,
But I definitely think it meets the bare minimum of what it needed to not just be like completely covered up. So if you like it, or if that's all you got, it's not like you're really missing out or hurting yourself by playing it. I don't think. Definitely good enough at the very least.
the interesting thing is that it's actually been really common in rated too. Like people have actually warmed up to it just because, and I think this is a philosophy for a lot of JP players too. Like if it's good enough, then they'll just make up the difference with whatever they're gonna do in terms of like behavior or just play style. So the fact that it just ticks all the boxes, even if it's only just adequately, it doesn't really matter.
There is one thing I would like to test. I'm almost tempted to switch, but I kind of want to just see this fight with generals. But I would like to figure out if...
Oh, I'm supposed to be a general? Hold on.
But
I mean, unless you want to just run something.
I mean, yeah, if you really want to run something else, go ahead.
I'll switch. I was going to bring in the Ricardo too. I didn't realize we had a theme going on like last time. I'll play something else. I got it.
But I want to test if I have a like incendiary round on somebody and you have an incendiary round on somebody, are they ticking both? Because if you have like 3 of these on a team and you could hit somebody for 600 a tick, I think that would be a little gross. I don't think that would happen, but if it does...
Yeah,
and the other thing to keep in mind that people have mentioned is that even if it does tick down faster because there's 2, it doesn't kill.
Yeah.
You still have to boop them with like Vulcans or whatever.
But that would be kind of cool if it ticked faster or could... But I think a lot of people underestimate incendiary stuff because it's like you just barely have to hit and then that got a free amount of damage. Like that was the thing that kind of made the I think why they valued on paper, which it kept getting nerfs like the Hildoffer did, but nobody really played the assault gun tank as much, and it kept getting more nerfs than the Hildoffer, even though it wasn't played in the tournaments. And I think that's why, because you could just volley fire from halfway across the map and laugh.
Hello.
This is my pillar. Okay, wait for Magnum to break the stalemate.
Weird. Can't get my swing out in time.
Shield Senpai. Shit, when did you get behind me? Fuck.
Hi.
For real. I wasn't even looking that way. I didn't think it was that easy to just get up there.
Yeah, people found out a lot of the routes like day one, and a lot of the buildings you can just kind of climb on and boost around on without even having to jump over them.
Yeah, I thought you had to do a lot of the jumping stuff, and then so for my update video, I was like, oh no, I was completely wrong about a lot of this. Ow! The Tristan, my anus. Oh no. Well, this is a lot more of an interesting match than the all general match. There's a lot more dodging and stuff going on. Gustav, why?
Magnum and support, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
It was support match.
What did I say?
You said general.
That's okay.
The general
Slip
match.
It happens.
Yeah, whatever.
Happens to all of us.
This general match is more interesting than the words. Yes.
Oh. That neutral should have hit your noggin, damn it.
Yeah, I don't know why the explosions of this map are bright. It's gotta be a bug or something. I've literally been
like
blinded
they
by
fucked up the
explosions.
shadowing on this game, when this map in particular.
Oh, dude, I just got wrecked.
So like shadows and water will like reflect and flicker really weird because they have like a whole different almost like a whole different like light filter or something on it. Because originally they were like, oh well, it technically should be a dark map, but we made everything brighter on purpose, so you guys could see easier. And it's like, well, you might want to touch that up later.
Oh, the smoke grenade blinds you on this map. That's also the 6v6 on this map is actually
amazing.
It is a word that you could use.
Every time you die underwater, the camera pans out. Yeah, it is. Sometimes it doesn't know how to handle those caverns, and the water being super clear also makes it really bright, and it's just weird. It just looks really weird.
Oh my god, it fucking missed. I'm out of here.
Rude. No. I couldn't dodge roll either. No. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot these things. This thing has amazing Vulcans, doesn't it? Yeah.
That shit.
No, I missed the shot. No, shoot me instead of Emblem. I want the kill. Dang it, your shield.
Oh shit, my legs.
Oh, you have no legs. No, I have no
fucking
ability.
shield.
No.
No, you stupid body. You kidding me?
Yes.
Fuck.
Oh my gosh, literally me missing that entire time was just like, no! No, please, no, why?
See, your fucking missiles stun, mine don't. Makes me mad.
I know, I figured when I heard what they were, okay, that was weird. I don't know how you didn't.
A little awkward, oh lord. Someone did a thing, thank you very much. I'm gonna look in a second. Y'all need to go find something else to do.
How did I miss?
Yes.
These Staggers are brutal, man. Anti-blast.
What is this anti-blast you speak of?
Oh, I gotta follow on Twitch. Yay. Suzy QZ, thank you very much.
No. I got Gatling.
Get up out of that Wawa. Get up out of it. Don't be in there. What are you doing?
Here.
The water is awesome though too.
Yeah, the fact that there's not only like a central canal, but it goes up into both bases, so it's like just a mirror of the top end. So it's better than the caves and impact site by default. It's the Gear Cave 2.0. Look at this man sneaking around.
Okay, the Vulcans look really awesome. Ow! I was admiring his Vulcan symbol.
But the Vulcans. They're so bright and shiny. Aw, damn you for not committing.
I do like how this thing waves its shield in front when I'm walking sideways.
Nope. Did you stun yourself?
I just stunned myself. I just realized I can do that. That is a thing that can happen.
Yeah. Those missiles take no prisoners. They don't care. Ah, your fucking sensor, really?
Yes, and then I had a new type warning. That was definitely just not me dodging randomly and just happening to dodge your melee at the same time.
Oh my god. I need you to not.
Oh no. Ah.
Upsetting. Come back. Don't you run. Don't. Why are you running?
So you're gonna have to engage me from my dominant side, Gustav.
No, thank you.
Oh no, I don't get to even spawn. No.
Ah. Damn.
Damn.
That was such a dumb standoff. I think.
I know, right? Nope. You shoot from my dominant side. No.
He's making another
Just let you
left
get the start
turn.
off. So. Some goose eyeball had all the deeps.
That was funny.
Latest thing out of kills.
Okay, so yeah, it's definitely solid. Definitely works. I am curious though if you can actually have multiple dots on something. Do we want to test that real quick, or do we want to just get into the patch notes?
We could. I feel like we've checked something out like it before. I don't think it works. I mean, I can definitely.
I was just gonna swap to the Zusa real quick.
What, and just do like a fire dot with it?
Yeah, and then you shoot him with it, and I'll shoot him with it, and we see if emblem melts.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, we can try it real quick.
Okay.
And we'll just.
And I can go ahead and start. I can go ahead and start into the patch notes and get the nonsense out of the way.
I don't mind to play the video game because we're still probably gonna be here for a minute anyway.
Yeah, so I'll go ahead.
Do we want to try to go into depth about the map? Since that is another
wait, is the map the next topic? Actually, the map might be the next.
Pretty much, because we're already on the new suit.
Oh yeah, the map is the next topic. Yeah, let's just go ahead and talk about the new map. There we go. Shiki final thoughts. Gustav Emblem, real quick while I'm changing the topic.
It seems an alright suit. I don't think it's bad to pull on.
Definitely solid. If you're just looking for something at this cost, maybe you don't gel super well with the Sarah, but still want the 2 stuns or whatever, like, this will get you there. Just, watch out for really aggressive Sarah still. I'm just gonna catch him on the landing.
I figured I was gonna bonk on the fucking bridge.
Did you try to jump? What are you doing?
Okay.
I did.
Okay, I'm over here. Let's go ahead and...
Oh, Goobloo!
That's not a fucking missile!
Set him on
what
fire.
The hell?
Set him on fire.
Sorry. Reflex.
What the... Okay, guys, come on.
All right.
Come on.
He said Unga Bunga. I had to bunga.
Oh my gosh. Okay, set him on fire.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
For goodness sake.
All right, I had to wait for my missiles.
There we go. He's on fire.
So it's 200.
Okay, I'm not seeing a dot anymore, but he's on fire. So your dot replaced my dot.
Okay, so it just overlaps.
Okay. Ow!
Hey, I think you need to see how it works if it's a friendly dot.
That's a good point.
Well, I mean, mine should still be doing damage because we're still
right. But I mean, it's an enemy dot with another enemy dot, and maybe they don't. Maybe they have it set up to where the newest one replaces it,
so that you claim it. Yeah.
Maybe.
That's a good point.
That's a test for another day then at some point because we need to.
Yeah, we don't got enough people for that.
Oh man, I was going for the kill.
Yeah, that was
that's gotta be one of those pop quiz things that Magnum does in the middle of a regular custom match. Like, let me just see this real quick. Like, no.
Yeah, pretty much. We'll figure that out one day.
All right, I guess we need to take a look at the new map now.
Yeah, the new map. Yes.
Yeah, fancy.
So typically you have a spawn point down here-ish, which is weird that nobody ever caps. And then the 2 that are up, the A and B, are the typical ones. That's probably a raid behind me. Nope, it's not. Okay.
No, I spawned away because I thought we were talking about stuff and not fighting anymore.
Oh, okay. Well, I figured we just kind of fight and go.
Oh, okay.
But overall, my life, but yeah.
That's too low. Oops.
It's a smaller map than I thought it was just on the pictures that they showed off. When they said it was as small as Arctic Base, or as big as Arctic Base, which is the funny part that they're saying the word big instead of small. But anyway, technically,
Oh, that just seemed weird to
technically-
me.
well, I mean,
we're not getting into this again.
okay, yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
but the thing is, it's got layers, and now Gustav's in the water layer, and yep, there's an entire map essentially. It's pretty much the entire middle of the map underground.
Yep, mid and side lanes that lead to either side of the map for the bases.
I will say
There
it's
it is.
really not exactly 3 layers because you can kind of just boost up this dirt. So it's more like 2.5. What I would call it, more than 3.
It's pretty dynamic. Sometimes it feels like it's a little clustered. Almost like it's a little chaotic in spots, but like people get in line pretty easy in terms of like where they want to be and what they want to do. The NASCAR meta is still pretty strong here, at least in the beginning. People will likely skip A and B at mid, and they'll settle for the outside points sometimes, but normally they just fight for mid still. This area in particular is usually pretty busy, especially during the early parts of the match.
Yeah, like the cool thing is around the buildings and stuff, anything that's decent at skirmishing, I feel is great at like doing pretty well on this map. Supports, generals, mainly the supports kind of. I feel like skirmishing supports definitely do better than the sniping ones. Although there are some pretty cool spots you can get up on and have some hubris.
Oh yeah, let's talk about those real quick. Those little lifts or whatever.
Yeah, I'll go get up there real quick and stay very safe from Emblem, I hope. Where is one at? Because I forgot.
There's one over here where I'm at.
Yeah, I'm probably dead.
So normally there's 2 points here. There's 2 points that are here next to these lifts. These lifts do not have lifts, even though they're called lifts. So you do have to jump up on them.
That's interesting. The lock on for the funnels locks onto the rock. Doesn't deal any damage to the lift.
That's you can't.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so like for a comparison, you hit the lift, you hit the scaffolding or the metal, that does it. If you hit the pillar, nothing happens. But if you can finagle your way up here, you also got to be careful to like kind of give
that'll
yourself an
show it
angle.
off instead of me getting up there and dying to Emblem.
Then you can have some. There's some interesting spots in here. It doesn't actually. Oh god! And then it destroys and lets you back down.
Save me! There's a raid.
Oh god! Take the melees.
Take the melees, Gustav, help!
So this is something interesting that I've seen in a lot of fights. This area near the bases, because it's pretty easy to just get up into. It tends to be like a final spot for people to fight because they rotate constantly and just wind up here, especially if there's a bomb planting that happens. And because there's enough space here and enough things to recover, they don't tend to leave. They'll just bring the fight to either side. It's almost like, you know how they had the training yard or whatever? It's almost like that big. Like the midsection of that, and they just put it on either side of the map.
Shit, when'd you get that rocket off?
He's at 50%. Finish him off.
Also, this Hangar is the lies. This Hangar does not
How did I
go
not
anywhere.
hit you with my downswing?
Yeah, somehow his body blocked it. No.
Oh my gosh, that downswing
the
hit me.
timing.
What the
Yeah.
fuck? I hit you with mine. Like, where's my priority at?
Because mine was still out. Latency versus fucking animations and dumb shit. This game makes no sense because it layers everything weird like that.
Only the rain.
Wee!
Hey, Bruce.
To the gear
Bruce,
pool.
Oh my gosh.
I went to the gear pool. Too late. Oh no. Ungus bungus.
Where did he go?
Damn, that hurts. More damage I thought it would.
He died.
He did. Yeah, the rifle and the stuff that it has in terms of ordnance, it doesn't play around, but sometimes depending on what you're hitting, especially if you don't have type advantage, you still kind of feel a little like, man, that should have did more.
I will say I'm curious to see this at lower cost, because one of the things that happened was I was in the Zissa. Emblem was on the other side of a full armor ground type, and he got stuck between us, and he just had to stand there and either shoot me and get stunned, or just stand there till his iframes appeared and get stunned.
Oh man.
And it was kind of funny. And then he got attacked by Emblem, and I ran away. So, but yeah, the new map though, I like it though. Honestly, I figured it would be a little bit more terrifying, but
Yep, underground base is pretty cool. It can be a little terrifying at times, but if it's weird because it feels really big, and the different layers definitely add to that. But when you get down to it, especially at higher cost when everything moves so fast anyway, you definitely feel that scale kind of shrink back down in your mind.
Oh yeah.
I think the map's too big. They should make it like 30% smaller.
I'm assuming just so that you can see. It's kind of neat and yet a little annoying that some of the rock formations also block the top view.
I was just kidding, by the way. Maps.
Oh yeah.
No,
yeah, the weird part of the top view was I'm just like, wait, it looks like it's different. Where am I spawning at? What's going on? But
new master playground for the camper. Oh yeah, because all of it's
anything with a shotgun, camper, a free.
Oh yeah.
Because all of its weapons are really compact too. There's not a big gate between like its bazookas or its Sturmfaust, so it can go between those buildings really easily.
I will say anything that's kind of awkward, like the Hangar, is insanely awkward because you're gonna probably stun yourself a few times.
Yeah, for the buildings.
Weird. But let's see. Any other thoughts on the new map though? Have we pretty much covered?
And that's most of it. I think the other big thing is the matter of whether or not they're going to incorporate this into clans or ranked in the future.
Oh, yeah, that's one thing I wanted to ask. Compared to the last map that got added, do you think we're going to see it much, and it's going to be, actually in the rotation?
So we talk about that, but I've been on people's streams where they're doing when it's in random, like port base, or not port base, but military port. Does show up in those rotations sometimes, just not by itself. It has to be through the randomizer.
I just wonder if that's because it was like
it's because it's a fucking frame rate nightmare.
Yeah, I just wonder if nobody queues for it when it's at by itself.
Military port's great. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Fun map.
Well, for you and Gustav, it's probably fine. For me, it's a nightmare.
Oof. Although I guess it's okay for Alshi now too, because he recently got his PS5.
What a player!
Not in the same boat anymore.
Pay to win. What is this new level of pay to win, dude?
No, that's called pay to play. Okay. Difference between winning and being able to play the game.
Even more harsh. Ouch. Jeez.
Hey, I know the feeling of that kind of pay to win. I got my new. Yeah. But yeah, good map. I like it. I'm a big fan. I'm a huge fan of it. I thought I'd be a little more afraid, but I like to play a lot of more of the brawly supports anyway, and I get in there a lot with supports, so I feel pretty at home in this map.
Yeah, especially in mid when everyone jumbles up for the melee, and you can just sit there and just dump all your shit on them when they fall over.
Oh yeah, especially there's always like an angle you can kind of get around to shoot from too. As
oh my god, yeah. So, like that, this whole map is what just shot me in the map.
Pretty much.
Like you can jump up in the air as the Palace Athene, and there's a skirmish going, and you're just like, and then, something dies.
They should make the next 12-man brawl ranked battle on this map.
Oh, that'd be amazing. That would be amazing. Yes, please.
Yeah, amazing is one way to put it.
Let it happen. Just throw them all in there.
But yeah.
I'm thinking of a different word to start with A though.
Okay, so I guess we can go ahead and get into the rest of the patch notes.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. We have, of course, a normal suit. Once I get this back up on screen.
The ultimate item. The real prize in any banner.
Oh, what happened?
Shark glasses.
Yeah. The shark glasses are. Have they been a previous thing?
Sorry. My bad. The Quattro glasses. Totally different person. Excuse me.
Totally not the same at all.
Yeah. Sorry, what were we saying, Gustav?
Have they been in another banner before?
Yakushiki, and I want to say it was on the full armor as well.
Okay.
There we go. I figured out what I was doing. But
First,
yes.
they popped all the Quattro suits.
Oh yeah, they had the shades, dude. If you get lucky enough to get the shades, that's OP. Yes. It's like messing up over here trying to bring up the page, but yes. You guys had it covered. I'm like over here freaking out, like, why is it covering up Emblem, Gustav, and I? What's going on? I was hitting the wrong button.
What the hell?
But yes, the shades. Okay, maybe it's worth to do a 10 spin on this thing if you don't have the shades.
There you go. This is cosmetic victory.
Right. But something that I've been looking forward to that I'm probably only going to do a few spins on just because kind of saving tokens, and I've also got the big brain Dagdaw. The Gamok level 2 has been added. I just want to know what the damage numbers on the increase for the beam barf are, because if they're big enough, like, I feel like you could hit 200k pretty easy if they scale it like they normally do. And I slightly hope they do, and then I'm slightly terrified if they do. Because that is kind of ridiculous how much damage that does. Just saying. Like, on a bad game, I'm hitting like 120k. Or at least 80k guaranteed. So, you can hit a new Gundam for 18,000 in, just for charging your full beam thing for 2.5 seconds. Like, yeah. If it doesn't one-shot a new 100 to 0 for level 2, then I'm going to be surprised. So this thing could be big. And you can spin on it, because they do have a banner. So, you don't want to spin for the Hyakushiki Kai. This is definitely not a bad 700 if you're a support player that does not have a 700. Definitely solid.
I can't say I've really seen too many people rock it at 700 when I was doing my dailies the other day, though.
I just wonder if anybody's spinning for it, because it kind of got a bad name to begin with, and I don't know if too many people noticed that they buffed it to crazy, right?
I don't think we'll see. I mean, we'll see it, but because it's on the banner or whatever, probably for this week. But I don't think it'll increase its chances of being played or anything like that at the higher cost.
Maybe I'll even prompt another buff.
Hey, I'll take that, because I mean, I've been using the 650 at 700 and just fine until the Dagdog came out. So
until the Dagdog, yeah, Dagdog kind of made that thing irrelevant again. That's really unfortunate, actually.
I mean, I think they're two different play styles, though, is the main thing. That's why I'm
one's just a
wanting
better playstyle across the board, though.
Yeah, that's true. Where I don't know. Well, I mean, the Gamok is guaranteed damage for just YOLO queuing, whereas the Dagdaw is definitely more of the I don't know, team play.
Yeah, not to mention it's just a lot more like light on its feet and just handles situations a little bit faster. Although I've seen people do the same kind of rolling cycles through like the fart cloud, the shield beam, and all that other stuff. So I don't know, it's kind of a mixed bag.
Yeah, but I mean, either way, both suits are really good. I think the Gamok, though, just being able to crouch, at least hit something in front of you for a good 4,000 damage, even if it's like a raid, is kind of disgusting. And then if you get the beam barf off, it's just like, even if it's a raid, you're like, okay, cool, you ran at me, but you took 8 to 10k.
Mm-hmm.
Have fun. But yeah. Also, quick other page that they had, they've been permabanning people. As a reminder, they're doing it. Rah.
It's happening. Oh.
So, other than that though, we talked about the map. Simple battle can now be spectated, and also they added a thing: if somebody's getting hit, you can see who's in combat fighting each other, and then you can go to that section and see what's going on. So cool spectating features. Really cool. I like that. Oh, also apparently the where the Shuzrum Diaz got buffed, the Char Ija was supposed to get the same buff to its backbinder.
Oh yeah, you guys are mentioning that they like buffed it accidentally or something the other
No,
day.
that was just. I think that was just a misunderstanding in chat, because they thought because the weapon name is the same, that it's the same weapon, but it's a sub weapon, and they have
Okay.
different stats, so they're two different weapons.
Yeah. So the pre and post adjustment stats are changed quite less. It is not included in the parameter list for details. Please click. So I can bring that up. Oh, actually, that is okay. That's when we get into buffs and nerfs anyway. We'll look at that.
Yeah.
Then we went over the banners, premium stuff. I did not bring that up because for some reason it did not try to load.
I got a Zaku 3 the other day that I already had.
I got a Ricardo DS2 the other day after playing a Ricardo DS2.
Hey.
It's like my suit leveled up after the match.
The HML is going to be the first segment of next month. So, really good suit. It's definitely top tier for supports. So there you go. The Red Rider will be the second segment of the month, and then the Ricardo Diaz 2 will be the third segment of the month. So the potentially free suit you can get Ricardo Diaz 2 by the end of the month. Definitely not bad. They buffed its Vulcans, and it feels pretty good. I like it. I still, having a piercing heavy stun is disgusting. Then we have the recycle tickets. The Kapool, level 1 and 2. Pretty expensive. What do you think? Is it worth?
I mean, I impulse bought it, to be honest. I know there are a lot of people who are actually pretty aggressive with it. It does have a neat heavy stagger on it. The consecutive stuns can be a little rough to work with sometimes, but the 3 priority and the melee being, pretty serviceable. There are worse things that you could run, and the meatball is actually a little more common in just regular rated than I thought it would be, even more recently. So it's definitely not an oddball pick.
Yeah. It has a reliable build-up stagger that it can use while boosting, which is definitely not a bad thing.
I'm going to go check the price of it real quick. Because we're getting up there these days in ticket price stuff.
Yeah, it's just like on average in the 300s.
That's right. This is not the day after, so it's not up there right now. I'm done.
Man.
Oh well. It should be.
Whoops.
I mean, the EXS is 385, so probably somewhere around
there,
380
so.
at least. So, yeah, I do like that it has level 3 priority though. That's the thing I like about it. So.
Oh shit.
Then we have the DP store stuff, which is pretty awesome. I didn't have the level 2, or I didn't have the level 1. I didn't have one of them. Anyway. Oh yeah, also, by the way, I'm sorry. There is the Striker Kai level 3 added to the DP store, and it's been outscaled, so would not recommend spending tickets on that. I think I said DP store, not RT stuff, but anyway. Yeah. especially for spending tickets, outscaling stuff. Meh. Whereas in the DP store, the full armor Gundam and Gelgoog Cannon level 4 has been added, which if you want to just buy those for DP, sure, have fun.
Go for it.
But if you're doing
By
tickets,
all means,
I would save those. Just saying.
Yeah, we're getting to that point a lot too, where like the DP shop is outpacing the RT shop, and there's a lot where it's like, why would I spend anything on this? When I could just wait for it to be in DP, and even if it is expensive there, like you'll probably still have a chance to get it anyway. Like whatever.
Right.
Yeah, just plain enough. You'll get to the point to where you could pretty much buy whatever suits you want for DP as well.
I
mean, some of those DP suits are still in the lotto, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. But the one thing that I have to complain about is the GM3 got added to the DP store, I think, last week. And it was one of the first suits. I was like, oh, yeah, that's awesome. It's a 2-star. Let's go. A solid suit for lower rank players that now need to be like ensign just to get 2 stars. I believe is what it was rank requirement. And I'm like, oh, so we finally got to that point, have we? So now when they put in new 2 stars, it's possible that you have to, like, they're no longer for new players. So that's kind of unfortunate. So, you guys think they're going to do a crunch like they did before? I know this kind of borders on speculation talk, but we're at the DP store anyway, so.
Honestly, they haven't done one yet, and we've been playing the game for years. So right now I'm going to lean towards no, but, you know, I think it probably wouldn't be a bad thing.
They did the part thing. When did they do the part thing where you could buy parts at any rank?
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
it's
we're talking
sometime
about
last year, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's been about a year or so, I think.
Yeah, so like, I don't know. I wonder if they're going to finally move to where you can do that with suits at some point, because like, I don't know, some of these requirements stuff, it's
a little silly at this point.
Like,
especially just with the sheer volume of those suits too, and the fact that a lot of them they're serviceable, but I wouldn't say a lot of them have remained like pretty strong in the meta.
Especially at the higher cost, right? Like, I feel like they need to do something else. Like, they've been like, yeah, we're gonna help people who've been playing forever and give them these special suits that are more meta every now and then that they can buy for DP.
And they did like, 1 or 2, and then they didn't, and even then they were like softcore meta.
Yeah, or they were meta till like 3 weeks later when something just replaced them because it got powered.
Yeah,
and it was just
well,
like,
that kind of stuff is just the nature of gacha, which is really unfortunate. But you know,
yeah. Honestly, though, the suits that they were giving out weren't like bad, like you know, like you were saying. But for being able to buy it, whatever, even if it costs like could go trillion DP, those weren't terrible suit options by any means, for sure.
Well, when they did the Striker custom, for instance, that was amazing. But the thing is, eventually got power creep. And
yeah, I mean, that's just gonna happen.
But at the time, though, it was actually really amazing. There was a couple of okay ones. Like the Deidre was solid, right? It wasn't game breaking meta, but it was definitely, if you didn't have something and you've been playing for a while, it definitely rewarded you for, you know, like having bad luck and needing something, I guess. So, but yeah, I hope they get rid of the rank requirement for these suits one day and do something else with rank. I don't know what they would do, but yeah, because it's a little weird.
Yeah, because I think this shop where, you know, people who are newer at the game are going to be getting a lot of the older suits isn't really the best place to put the requirement there. I don't know. I guess they have to build progression somehow. Like, I get it, but at the same time, I think it's more gating than it is like, I don't know. Maybe it's a motivator to play and to be able to unlock those things, but how hard do you want to work for suits that are like super old? I don't know. It's interesting.
I mean, if it's just a DP cost, that's the same thing as like, you know, you're playing League of Legends and you've got to play the game to unlock the champion you want, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the DP cost is play the game so you can unlock the suit you want. I mean,
yeah,
you play it a lot, but you got to play it.
It has they have 2 time gates on it,
Yeah.
both currency and rating, or pilot score,
And
rank, whatever.
even though we have medals, like ranking time is still like what for ensign? Like it's like you play for 3 months to get that cheeky 0 that you want. Like that's, and I mean, it depends on how many hours people are playing too, right? So
Yeah.
I don't know. I at this point I'm getting more annoyed that they have the ranking than anything. But
yeah, because I think it's fair to make the players have to work towards it. I don't want them. I think it's just not have some kind of effort. But yeah, I think the ranking being doubled down on it, maybe a little bit.
I like
at least lower it.
Yeah, do like a rank crunch or something for the suits
Yeah.
that are actually available at each tier.
Maybe after they've been in the game for like, honestly, I think after they've been in for like over 6 months is too soon. But maybe at least after it's been in the shop for a year, they should make it to where anybody can buy it. But
do you think they could do something else with rank though, rather than it just being a requirement to buy a suit? Could they just repurpose rank?
honestly, why not? They could touch back on something they've done in Battle Operation 1, and do stuff with the pilot itself. Maybe things like raise the score to give you like the benefits, kind of like how the girls in Code Fairy had their own stats. Maybe something like that with the pilot. That might be ranked based. But maybe that would be a little bit too strong. Maybe just ranking up would allow you to unlock more things for your pilot, or something like that. But I don't know. There's a bunch of different avenues they could go with that.
Maybe like even a different version of what am I trying to say? Fucking how you get stuff for like platinum or like the rank thing itself, but it also just gives you more than just like a boost when you're in there.
Maybe they should just do it to where when you hit certain ranks or thresholds, they give you rewards. Like,
well, I mean, that's already how it works with the.
Well, they do, I guess, with the promotion missions.
Yeah.
But there's no like in between ones either.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like games do stuff like that. Why just have it be at the promotions? Or maybe it's condensed all into one. I guess we'd have to look and see how much you get for each one again, or something like that.
You get like tokens and stuff, so it's not that bad.
Yeah.
So like, actually, I do like your idea with the like, what if it was just like the platinum medal and stuff? Instead of that, like, well, pretty much the same thing. You get like 1% better. I don't know, more DP, more DP. The higher rank you get, the more end rewards you get, the more chance you have at a recon crate, more chance there's maybe even the more chance you have at a better upgrade in the hangar or something. So I think that would be a good repurpose. That would be kind of cool.
I guess for starters, we're gonna have to see if they actually even do anything for ranked again.
Right.
Says I don't know if they're gonna let us know ahead of time or if it's gonna be in like an update post or something, but it's been kind of quiet after they did the last one, and I don't think they ever put a scheduled one in there again.
Wait, are you talking about?
Like ranked itself.
Oh, okay. Well, I was just talking about like the the ensign rank or the captain rank or whatever. Like, yeah, like when you hit captain, you maybe have like a 5% chance at a great success kind of thing is what.
Yeah, that'd be neat.
And then like you have more DP rather than you get to buy suits that you probably don't care about because if you've been playing that long, you probably already have them all or most of them, right? Or you've just been unlucky and now you get to finally get the thing. And whereas some of the suits, now I do think the cheek 0 is pretty solid, but like that would be cool for a new player to have as an option because I don't think there's much at that cost that they could really buy from the shop that does the role as good as it, or it's probably power creeped itself. So yeah. Yeah. Anything else on the DP store or rank? Anything like that? Or the Shiki Zero? Pretty good. Try it.
Yeah, that worked out. I'm glad that it's just more available.
Wait for the next raid.
Oof.
Then there were some bug fixes and stuff. One of them being Dagdaw and its funnels apparently doing stuff. Oh yeah, that's what I literally commented on this while we were playing, and then it got patched. The funnels, I was like, aha, and then my funnels went out and did nothing, and because my amplifier ended, and then they locked on and went out, and right when it ended and they went out, they just shot, but they just disappeared and did nothing to whatever it had. It tried to do something to, and I was like, what?
Oof.
And
Just kind of looked at it like, huh.
yeah, the lock-on mark would stay on the screen, and I was like, okay, cool, thanks. And they just went out and did nothing, and then came back, and I was like, and then I had that stuck on my screen. I was like, okay, well that was weird.
The funnels come back like they were there. Good job.
Pretty much. But yeah, that was the bugs for the most part. The only one that stood out to me there, and I clicked on the wrong thing. Here we go. Planned stuff. Yeah. What do we have? We have a weird time frame coming up.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate.
Yeah, here we go.
Not great.
Oh, it's actually showing. Yeah, here we go. 2 a.m. next week on Friday. Oh wait, no, it's 2 a.m. Saturday. Okay, sorry, my bad. Yeah, it's actually saying. Yeah, okay, so it is Saturday, right? Or is this wrong? Because I remember I said something.
Yeah, it's
else.
Saturday, but it's just earlier in the day.
Okay, it is still Saturday.
Because it says Friday, but the date's for Saturday.
Oh, okay, that was weird.
Could be some weird translation nonsense.
Yeah. Okay, so it is.
Let me double check because they have it in the Discord.
The date is 2/4. So. No, that is Friday. Yeah, that's Friday. And it says Saturday.
The 4th. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So it's Friday.
Okay. But it's 2 a.m. Yay. For Eastern, or for Pacific. Sorry, Pacific. 2 a.m. Pacific.
2 PST.
So 5 a.m. Eastern.
Yep.
So I probably will
Middle of the
not
day.
be doing that.
I will be there, but I'm just gonna be really fucked up for work.
I was gonna say I need to play some Tarkov that day or that night.
No, you don't. You don't need to play that game anymore.
I'll play some Tarkov. That way, I'll be up for it.
Man, you have fun playing your video games, bud. If you wanna no life.
Dude, no life.
I gotta get off there.
Maybe. If you wanna be a loot rat in Tarkov, you do it up, bud.
Yeah. No big deal. But then after that, we get our late night one.
Yeah.
On the 12th.
Yeah, it's the last top 40th, except that it's on a really... It's fucking space again.
And we're on space. 550
as our fucking 4v4. Ugh.
Is that the nighttime, like the decent time match? Yep. They gotta stop putting the space matches on the Western time.
I think I start putting the 4v4 ones on. Like I kind of don't mind that, but like every time that happens, it's on a weird like setup that no one wants to do.
For real.
Also the what is it here? Arctic Base 5v5 500 basic is the one on the 4th. So, have we seen the GM Spartan BD in the wild?
I've seen it.
What do you think of it?
Just got killed, so I mean, it wasn't anything crazy. It was like fleeting. It'd be hard to make any kind of notice about it. I was like, oh hey, it's I literally I don't think I said anything about it. I was like, oh hey, in my head I was like, oh hey, it's that suit.
Oh no!
Like that was about it.
Wow.
Like,
oh yeah. Wait, is it 450 or is it 400?
Is it just not super great in your experience, or is it just that fast?
it just existed in the match. That was about it.
Is it 450 cost or is it 400? Because the websites they're
Exactly,
showing
Commander. Oh
both.
boy.
It's I'm hearing 400.
Okay. I say if it's
Yo.
450, then it's gonna get outclassed pretty hard by like the
Mhm.
trainer and stuff. But 400, that's not too bad.
Yeah. It's doable.
Well, that's kind of oof. That's what I was kind of curious about. What's the word on the BD squad? But yeah,
BD Squad is tactical and very part of the course. It sure is a suit indeed.
That's some relevant stats though. The
No
combo fall off is only 80% on the second swing, which is pretty huge.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
nice.
Side swing modifier is 100%, so it's full damage on neutrals and sides, and normal modifier for downswings. So they want you to side neutral side of that thing. Or I guess you can't do a third one, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Hold on, the site didn't translate for some reason, so I can't read anything. It's got its beam rifle. Looks like it focuses 8% stagger value on an uncharged, 30 on a full. Looks like you shoot 3 times before it overheats. Also has a bullpup it can use, as well as a hyper bazooka. Heat knife is 2300 damage. It has double beam guns. Stagger value is 20%. And it can fire 6 shots before they overheat.
Yeah, the
Wham!
look nice.
Wham!
What the hell?
1000 damage. Fires 2 shots.
Wham.
And it's the same one that the other one has.
Yeah.
But he can guide it. Stagger value is 10% per missile. Smoke discharger. 50% stagger on the hand grenade. It has a hand grenade E. Has level 1 assault booster, evasion, balancer, combo controller 1, maneuver armor 1, anti-blast. Fucking crazy. That tiny little thing has anti-blast. But anyway, has left shoulder and jamming level 2. It's pretty bare as far as skill list goes.
But it has anti-blast. Let's go.
It checks the boxes. Like it got what it needs.
Kind of what I figured a Spartan would normally be anyway, so.
Very Spartan.
But yeah, seems pretty solid at least. I mean, especially at 400, that's pretty good. Not bad. I guess probably want to use the Red Rider over it. Trying to think of what else. Maybe the close combat.
Yeah, CC probably be doable.
Definitely.
I feel like.
Oh, and something that got buffed right now, the assault type. I'll definitely be trying that out over this thing because. Yeah.
Do you want to get into that like now, or do you want to wait?
I was gonna say that's the next thing is buffs and nerfs. So anything on the BD or we segue in at the pro
might as well segue. It's still a clan suit. It looks like it's fine. There are probably better options, but if your clan is getting in there and they got them sweats and got that clan suit, congratulations, and use your suit occasionally. That's one of those suits right now where people see it like, oh, this guy's a badass, and they'll let you run it, and then they realize you're just another raid.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay, so buffs and nerfs. Real quick, we'll go through the previous buffs and nerfs. If you guys have used any of these suits, go ahead and interrupt me as I go down this. And or if you have any extra thoughts on what you've seen from these from the previous month, then yeah. Otherwise, I'm gonna be speedrunning this.
Rap God.
So the first one is the Ashimar. Definitely got some quality of life with its base stats and flying around and whatnot, and the downswing. Right? Was wait, no. It was the melee modifier, and then the large beam while it's transformed and not is harder to hit objects on the map. Right? What they did. Yeah. So it's beam, so you won't clip things as much. But yeah, looking pretty good. As predicted with its stats, definitely went up at every cost. Was expecting a little bit better win rate on some of these, but fair enough. At 650, you can only expect so much. Damage definitely went up because now you can punch a bit harder. Other than that, though, BD3 is the next one. Feeling good. Can recommend trying this thing out for sure. 51% win rate, where the normal base average is 50 as base cost, and 50.6 where the base average is 50.5 at 550. So can definitely recommend trying this thing out now. It feels good at every cost that it exists. Gaining that health, gaining some resistance, turning speed, and them lightening up the nerfs essentially by, I don't know if it's necessarily like reversing them or just giving it better buffs or whatever from the exam level 2. And then, what is it? The consecutive attacks, they lowered the penalty for that with its melee weapon. Zaku 1 GS. I'm curious if you guys have anything to say about this one, but still seems pretty meh to me. But it did get buffed, so if you like it, cool, go try it.
People have been running it more. I've been seeing it
It's
more
nice.
often. And the
chunks.
yeah, I was gonna say the fucking downswing's a nuke now. It's disgusting. People are just thirsting for it.
It looks gross because that's the only damage increase, and it went up by about 8k. Or no, sorry, it went up by what? No,
I mean,
it went up by
me
about
of...
11k average damage done with this suit.
Yeah,
okay.
It makes you think about the Zaku 2 GS a little bit.
I might have to check this thing out. Holy crap!
It's got some shit going on.
Yeah, it's 8k over the average damage done at its base cost, and
it's kitted to the teeth. I mean, it's got a lot going for it. Like, I don't think it's in a bad spot.
Okay, I've been still being like, it's kind of meh, but maybe that's my support hubris just blowing the thing up still. I could try this out again. That looks pretty cool. That's a lot of downswing damage if it's going up by that much. Okay, cool. Next we got the raids. The Rick Diaz 2 got some assault boosters, yay. And the main thing is it's got a faster reload of its heavy stun double barrel mega particle or mega beam gun
very
prototype.
Relevant.
Yeah.
It feels like it's always up when you need it now.
Oh yeah.
Which is really nice.
Huge. And it pierces. And then
that's nice too.
20 range on the Vulcans, and the stagger value is now the same as the MLRS. So they're same thing as the GBO2's Vulcans, which is also amazing. Win rate and everything went up as predicted, and damage is above average. Looking really good. Can recommend trying that suit. Feels good. Feels good, man. And again, we might be getting it. Well, if you're far enough along, there's a chance you get it for free this month if you get far enough in your mission. So potential free monthly suit. Ag, I still don't know why they buffed it at level 1 at the same time as level 2, but it got a buff, and funny enough, I guess people decided to try it that didn't really play it because they're not used to drill going crazy and aiming it. So its stats went down overall. Its damage went down by 5k, even though it got a buff.
Yeah, because it sucks. It's bad.
It's amazing.
It's an awful suit.
You could 100-0 any suit in the game.
You gotta get there first, and it's bad.
So you got maneuver armor, you got dodge roll, you got a long dick beam, you got your missiles that you can fire every 10 seconds now that can stun from a mile away.
It's not good.
Oh, I mean, it's just hard to use.
Poo-poo, which is why it's bad.
It's amazing. Practice.
Nobody's got time for that. We're all grown-ass people. Don't act like that's some shit.
We're here to play the easy to bunga. Like the Zaku 1, am I right?
Oh my gosh.
Zaku 1 still needs that fucking maneuver armor buff.
The ACT guy at 200 is now the easy bunga.
Magnum, I don't know what's going on, but like your mic is like shrieking every once in a while. There's like a weird peak or something that's happening. Like it's like breaking up and then it comes back.
Am I coming through on yours like that, Emblem?
I haven't noticed, but I mean, I'm a dunce, so who knows?
I will make a note marker and check that here. I have no clue. But yeah, a Freak Kai. Let me know when it happens, and I'll be looking at the playback for the.
Yeah, I'll let you know when it happens again. That way you can just hit a marker.
See if I see a peak on my end, because I've got it recording my actual bar over there where my mic is coming.
Yeah, because it's really brief, but like it just hits on the headphones really hard. I'm just like, ugh.
Okay. But anyway, a Freak Kai. Yeah, definitely needs some help. Still needs more help. It's still dying a lot. Well under average. Damage went up a little bit though. For its base cost, looking okay. Still dying a lot, but base cost decent. I feel like that suit still needs help though. And then here's the Shardija thing, where they increased the damage for its double binder beam cannon by 100. And they also showed the stats, so it's definitely went up a little bit. Looking good. And then we have the support. Also, chat's saying it's fine on their end over here. So, I don't know if that's a Discord thing. Might be a Discord thing. Gun cannon mass production. Law, they buffed it. Kind of funny. At its base cost, it getting all those quality of life stuff, actually looking pretty good. Still below average across the board just because it's got power creeped into oblivion, even at 300. But, yeah, it also needs more buffs. If they're going to do that, do more. Choose from Diaz, the New Zealand variant. Feeling pretty good now. If you're looking at the stats across the board, it's well above average. Actually, I think a contender for a good suit to use. Like, that, yeah, damage buffs are nice.
I thought it was already a fine support. It just had hitbox problems.
I felt like the damage was a little bit lacking, and now it I don't know. It's about where it needs to be. I think at 550 compared to what we've been getting. I think it needed a little bit more oomph. But it just had too many weapons that pretty much had to swap through, and some of them just did nothing compared to others. So then again, I guess it's one of those things, like if it's balanced, it's not as good.
Not good enough.
Because I mean, it felt more like Gallus K. You had a couple of stuns that you would do, and then that was it. Now it's every weapon's effective. Go have fun. The 550 definitely looks good. 600 maybe. I still think 650 it's still lacking though. Hama Hama. Looking back at it, it is amazing now. Go try it. It's a lot of fun to play. The damage.
It was already fun to play.
Hey, you can stun with its main weapon now. It needed to stun with its main weapon, for goodness sake. But yeah, you can also knock things out of the air like the Virulent Custom, which is hilarious because it's made to hunt you down. You're just like, pew, pew, pew. Okay, I'm going to go do something else.
Yeah, so, we start giving high stagger build up to a bunch of suits. You really feel that 80% when you're in the air.
Yep. And then the meme, Zommel got buffed.
Yeah.
The funny thing is his win rate went up across the board, which is hilarious. Though its damage, the funny thing is by the way, 700 cost, average damage for supports 82,000. Yeah, 82,000. So if you can't hit 80k average, you're below average at 700 support life. 75k for 650, and that's why the game mock level 2 is awesome. Yeah. Okay, sorry. I just had to.
And the old game mock advocate.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway. But yeah, that's last month. Now this month, let's get into it. Kian Eos. So we got 1,000 health, giving it 15,000 health. Thrusters went up from 55 to 60. The downswing for its melee was increased. Emblem, if you could bring that up. The cooldown time
I've already got
between
all the stats pulled up.
awesome between the bayonet shot is 0.8 instead of 1 second, and the ASL was increased for its bayonet. So what's that damage increase on that downswing? Because that thing hits everything.
10%, so overall 20 if you hit both.
Pretty good. The ridiculous downswing. You knock down everything in front of you. Overall, it is at a 47.4 win rate right now. 46 to 51 is the average for its rival. 50.8 is the average for win rate. And it's down by about 3,000 for its base cost for damage. As far as how many times it's died, that's about right. I'm actually curious to see if the health is going to put it well under that. Because, its shield is a shield.
One thing to point out, this little beam gun, the time between shots got reduced by 0.2 seconds.
Yeah.
Or they said the exact value or not.
Yeah, it's
they do.
0.8 from 1 second, yeah.
Cool. Okay.
But, what do you guys think of the GAN EOS? Have you guys stopped seeing it? For the most part, I see one every now and then. I know one person who definitely plays it a lot, but that's about it.
I've seen it a little bit more when we were doing practice and stuff. We actually had some people that were doing pretty well in it. I was a little surprised by that. But outside of that, it hasn't been like a huge resurgence, but more common than not at all, like it was before.
So if nothing else with that, the next suit, I think this is big. I'm curious to see if we see some big numbers coming out of this. The White Dingo GM Sniper 2 now can focus its beam rifle while moving.
Yeah.
That is completely
This would be huge for it.
this suit entirely, because you can stun normally, but now you get your big damage buff, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they also increase focus accumulation.
Yeah, and this is big too. So before a charge shot had a 10% stagger value, they increased it to 80.
Whoa! What's its Vulcans?
Hold on.
It wouldn't
Buffs
be.
are on the bottom of the page. I have to scroll up a lot. 3%.
So 8 after that.
Yeah, that's not much.
Not too bad, yeah. Also, the other thing is, what's the damage increase for its focus firing now, though?
I don't think they changed it, but
oh, sorry, never mind. They didn't change the focus firing, but they changed what is its base, and then also what's the heat rate changed to now?
Hold on.
That violent scrolling.
Scroll wheel.
Reduced by 5%, so it was 95. Now it's 90.
I mean, if you're just gonna charge and shoot, what's the damage increase though? Because the main thing with that gun was its base damage a while back got increased significantly, and the level 1, the level 2, and the level 3 have crazy scaling. It's 400 flat damage from level 1 to the level 3 rifle, and just having the rifle kind of made it viable. And now being able to pretty much have a charge it's only what, a 3-second focus time, and you can move with it.
Mm-hmm.
That is gross. So what's the damage from non-charge?
So just to be clear, the charge and the non-charge are both higher. So it's 50% on a non-charge, 80% on a full. Damage base is 1600 uncharged, goes to 24 with a full charge, and your damage increases by 200 each level. So you cap out at 2000 base at level 3 with a 2640 on a full charge. That hits at 810 meters away.
Yeah, that's pretty big. Yeah, I'm curious to see if we see this a lot, and that's going to be, I don't know, just
Yeah, you
changing.
already kind of do. I, I still see people that love their white dingo.
Oh yeah, I know a couple people who's going to be insanely happy about this
Oh yeah.
change.
Again, another suit that we saw once or twice during practices. People just walking up with that thing. It definitely is nice considering that it also has a lower speed than some of the other suits that are generals at that cost because it's still a little like pseudo supporty.
Yeah.
So just being able to walk around and like hit corners and then just move on and do your stuff a bit faster for getting into position is pretty satisfying.
I think too, this is one of those suits that if you're not really playing kind of mid-range, it's kind of a mistake because you've got the melee
Yeah, well,
capabilities, you got
shit,
the
like
general stuff.
beforehand, right? People were using that like it was a fucking bow and arrow. They would just fucking on the spot see somebody, hold it for a second, and then whenever they were able to loosen and stun someone, they just move in and do their melee. It
Yeah.
wasn't super fast, so like I said, if you were spaced a little bit too far away, they'd still just like roll away before you finish your approach. But this just makes that even easier because you just have that in your pocket.
Yep.
Until you actually see them, and then you just bam and then do your shit. So that's a very satisfying adjustment that they did.
Yeah.
But like that sets a precedence, and we were joking during the stream that they should do that for the regular gym sniper.
Right.
But I feel like most suits that have stuff like that should probably do it.
Yeah,
I'm sure they
like
wouldn't
a
do it
gun
with
cannon.
the Yeah, I mean that'd be nice.
Yeah,
Gun
those
cannon
guns
would
are
be
small.
hilarious.
I don't know why they have to
They're
stand to charge.
handheld as it is,
Yeah.
so like I don't know why the hell they got to stop. That's dumb. Especially when you have the
definitely help them out.
detector
Mhm.
that does the same kind of shit and it can move and fire. So like that should just be a thing at this point. You're still gonna have to commit stance for the cannons, so just let it move with the rifle.
Please. And then also get rid of the rigidity time so you can actually use the missile variant of the gun cannon.
Man, that might make the gun cannons like extra scary again. Could you imagine charge shot, full charge beam rifle
Well,
shot?
shit, if you're
you
gonna get
swap
rid of the
cannon?
rigidity time for that, you'd have to do it for the full armor Gundam too, since it only has the one by comparison.
Well,
unless you're just saying to shorten the rigidity time and to get rid of it entirely.
I mean, yeah, like because the problem right now is the missile variant. The what was it called? MSL
Yeah, the SML.
or SML? Yeah, there we go. The
Oh,
problem
missile
is
launcher.
if you fully charge, you got to sit there first. If they get rid of that, cool. But
Mhm.
either way, right now you're like pew, and so they're stunned, and then you're like
Yeah.
swap, and then your guy's still going through the animation. You've already swapped on your screen, and then as far as the button press, but then it's
Yeah.
like, okay, now I've swapped, and by then they're already boosting away.
Now I'm ready.
And you still got that little ready up bar, and then you can fire, and they're already around the corner moving away. If you were just like pew swap, like using that as a cannon stun,
Yeah.
where normally you're playing it, you do the cannon stun, swap to the beam rifle, then shoot. If you can't do the reverse with the missiles, so it's weird. You have to do right now. You
Oh, I
pretty much
did
have
it
to do the
again.
missiles as your cannon, and then when they finally get stunned by the buildup, then you swap and shoot them in the legs. So that would be cool if they changed that. But yeah. Anyway, as far as the white dingo though, feeling good. Definitely can recommend trying this thing out now. If you were playing it prior, then this is your day. This is your time. Go enjoy it. Now we have the raid. So the next one we have is Hallelujah. The Pixie LA gained 1,000 HP to 16,500 from 15,500. The assault booster went to level 3, and then for its beam gun, the heat percentage went from 60 down to 50%, and it has a 0.8 second cooldown time instead of 1 second between shots. And then it has the ×2 beam saber gaining 100 damage, kind of scary, and the change time has been shortened. So
it's half a second now instead of 0.77.
So I think the damage will go up, but I definitely needed more health. I'm just curious if this is going to be enough. What do you think of the suit emblem with that change? Do you think that's enough, or?
We'll see. Making it more tanky always helps because it makes your ability to get in more consistent. I think the biggest change will be the beam saber ready up time. Because again, I know you can do it, but the combo always felt kind of tight when you're using the scythe, which I still think is the better of the two options, unfortunately.
Oh, for the LA.
Just because it does burst damage. But yeah, just being able to ready it up quicker on your follow-up swing will be huge. Because you're literally going to be racing like those fractions of a second trying to get the last hit in because of the scythe itself. So I think it'll be fine.
If nothing else for the Pixie, then we got the Gaz El Grau. Yeah, I don't know. Having a heavy attack, it felt like it was kind of okay, but I didn't know it was dying this much apparently. But it was dying
Raid sounds
quite a
like
bit.
raid problems to me. That thing's nasty.
Yeah, I was gonna say because like it was doing fine, and it was pretty common even in competitive stuff. So like, it's surprised they
I
even
saw it on
bothered
the
with
list. I was like, what the hell? Why?
Yeah.
What happened?
So now
Yeah,
its shoulder
I ain't
buffer.
complaining.
I was gonna say its shoulder buffer is now level 3, so that should be 30% reduction. That's terrifying. It gained 1,500 health, so now instead of 17.5k, it's now a base of 19,000.
2050 at level 2.
Which, wait, what?
Sorry, I was just saying like the numbers real quick. It's 20,500, but
Oh my goodness.
Disgusting.
Oof. Okay. I am scared of this thing. And that's at 550 cost. Remember, we were just kind of joking about the Shiki Kai having a bit lower health than expected at 600. So yeah, this, I mean, also this is a raid, so it probably needs a little bit more health, of course, because raid life. But still, its shoulder isn't that big, and it is big enough to get hit, but it's not big enough to really.
well, the big things too is they just did stuff to make it more durable. None of the weapons or anything got changed, so obviously it's not an issue if it's kit. It's just again, I just talked about the raid problems.
Well, its damage is above average though, but its win rate and its
nasty.
loss rate is definitely a bit lower. So
it's definitely not like the craziest of the heavy swings. So I guess compared to other things at that cost range, or just like Rigazis in general, maybe it's not chucking as hard just because it's not carrying as much distance when it's just trying to commit in there. But yeah, it should still be really serviceable. It should still be really gross.
Oh, okay, I can see why here. I was gonna say, to me it just felt very Gazelle, but higher cost by default.
I will say that I like the weapons on the regular L better. I don't really like the missiles that much.
Yeah, I was gonna say you don't have to do the
the
commit
cannon
stance,
blast
right?
down was pretty. Yeah, you do.
You do have to do the commit stance for the stun with
That's
cannon.
that's why they suck. Because you're talking about the travel rate on those, and the fact that you have to hit with a decent amount of them. That's not like the Rigazi customs missiles or anything weird like that.
I don't know. I think
the
Stagger on all the
the beam cannons or whatever are just faster.
But you do have the commit stance.
They both did them. Yeah.
Okay, so
yeah, but they fire really quick and they stun really fast. I don't know. I think they're
most of the time I see people use them as a follow up as opposed to like an extra stun. So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, there's that too. But they're good for base damage too. Like I don't know. I think the Gazes across the border decent enough. Like they're nice.
But it does have more health by default at the same cost. It just outright the Gazelle has 20,000. So yeah, I could see that being a change. That makes sense. Okay. Yeah. That makes more sense now after seeing the normal Gazelle having Okay. I can deal. Okay. Anything else?
I was gonna say either way, it's not going to get used that much because still don't even see it that often now.
Right.
Shit, give me one. I'll use it.
G-Line Assault, though, I will definitely use this. I love this thing. It's main thing here. It got damage control 1, which is amazing.
That's a good one. Give it back to the freaking Dolahan. I'm sorry. Sorry. My bad. Keep going.
Shield break. Stance mastery. Stance mastery. What? Level 1. Chance. But yeah, it has shield break mastery and damage control on top of its offense system, maneuver armor, and everything else. Let's go, dude. The G-Line Assault is scary, and it also gained 3 seconds for its reload time, so now it's 12 seconds instead of 15 on its main cannon. Pretty cool. Go ahead.
Oh, just agreeing.
Okay.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, I think this is going to be terrifying now because you're just going to have damage because you can get away with it. So its damage was a little bit less. Yeah, I think this thing's a beast now, especially at 400. I don't know too much the higher you go from there, but at 400, I think it's definitely contender for something to definitely use and try out. That could compete with like a Red Rider or anything else that has a heavy attack. What do you think, Emblem?
Maneuver armor 2 would have been nice.
Yeah.
Oh, it still doesn't have that?
Nope.
No! Okay, well, it still sucks. Never mind.
Wah.
I take back everything I said. No, yeah, it definitely needs maneuver armor 2. I think that's essentially what damage control 1 does.
But just like across the board, as opposed to just
the two
I don't know,
together.
Specifically for movement would be nice, yeah.
Yeah, if it had both, then this thing would be completely disgusting. That's what
it'd be a juggernaut. I mean, it'd be like playing a bull and oak.
I mean, it's already gonna deal with using a fucking sneeze gun. Like, why not?
Yeah, that's true. Even though I love the dragon. But yeah, definitely one to try out, at least. Specifically at 400. Offense system feels good on it too.
400 at 400 range, that's like disgusting because it doesn't have to deal with a lot of other weird shit going on.
Yeah, I think after that though, it's probably 450. It's a maybe.
450 is like Jettas are just like hello.
Yeah, 500 is
I
like
guess
probably
stuff. It'll be fine at level 1 though, for sure.
Yeah, level 1's probably gonna feel really. I like how at level 4 they gave it reaction booster program level 1, which I think is for its like using less boost or something.
I thought wasn't that the weird turn speed thing to get it support?
Yeah,
or is it something else?
Maybe that's.
I'm not sure.
Either way, they didn't really touch level 3 and level 4 all that much. Really, I would say at all. So, and those are the two costs that it looks like it needs a lot of help. Like 9,000 damage down from the average, and 14,000 at level 4 down from the damage. Like, yeah, that needs a lot of help. That's not gonna save it up there. But yeah. Other than that, though, 400 cost. Try it. Next is the Goku Vertex. Shield break stance mastery for its tiny shield that I didn't know existed. Thought was a bug popping up on the Emblem screen.
Nope.
Then again, assault booster level 2 at level 1. The special leg buffer level 2, and then at level 2 again assault booster level 3.
What is this team?
I'm glad they have assault booster now, so they can still give out their generic upgrade package. But it looks better because it's assault booster and not quick boost and fucking leg shock.
I know, like everything's had assault booster. That's
they got yelled at for it. You know that's what.
Oh, this doesn't have enough assault booster. Let's just go ahead and buff that.
Shit.
That's a keeper. I mean, it's a good skill. Don't get me wrong. It works.
You definitely, it's definitely noticeable. Like when I go to jump in certain raids, I'm like, oh, I'm already going. Okay. Oh, they didn't stop me. They didn't boot? No. All right, then I'm good. Let's go.
For the arm beam gun, heat rate went down from 25% to 20%, and the ASL size was increased, so you can get a bit more shots and easier shots out with that. Then the beam lancer gained 200 damage. That's its double beam sabers, from 2300 to 2500, and which, considering there's two, that's crazy. And the consecutive attack resistance has been increased. So, what do we have now for that stat, Emblem?
Yeah, so it went up from 70 to 80 on the second swing, and from 49 to 64 on the third.
So we got nerfed, actually.
No. The combos do more damage.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah, you have less fall off. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought, but then, yeah, okay, I got myself confused here the other day.
Oh shit, that's right. This charges.
So okay, that's nice. That's nice. That's good. Because I was like, they just wanted you to downswing. That way they did this. Because I thought the damage was a pretty big increase. For them to increase it, I was like,
oh, there he is.
I thought the fall off meant that it was going from like whatever to 80% meant that was how much it was reducing it. I was like, oh no. But okay, that works. Yeah, what do you think about that one, Emblem?
The suits, I think the suit's nice. Like, I like the vertex on release. So any adjustments they make to it is pretty nice. I wish I got more matches in it, but I really don't play it as much as I should. But I think just like we were talking about before, I think the vertex is one of those like good skill suits. Heavy attack is definitely relevant at higher costs now, but I mean,
this thing's got the responsiveness to foil a lot of that, which is pretty nice.
Yeah, you pretty much have all the tools you need to get any job done at any range. So it really just comes down to making sure you're approaching fine and just doing things properly. But I mean, you have really good build-up stagger with the Gerbera Tetra rifle. You have an instant stun that you charge with the Gerbera Tetra rifle. You have high build-up on your beams that you can follow up after a Gerbera Tetra burst if you don't stun. You like have a really good, like, once they're stunned, you do a downswing, you have a really decent like damage push with missiles when you're like backing off. If you don't just switch to your other sword and just smash them into the floor, like you have really good stuff. You can buffer through the tackle with the 180 spin. Like you just got a bunch of really good tools at your disposal. The big issue, which I could probably see why people who were running it may have been running into, is, as usual, if Gelgoog's hitbox problems. The thing is big shoulders, which is interesting that they didn't raise the shoulder buffer. What is it at right now? Maybe it's already at level 3 or something. Who knows? But yeah, it's probably just hitbox issues.
I will say, I think the biggest problem that the suit has there with what you were mentioning was, yeah, you definitely want to use the Gerbera Tetra.
It doesn't have shoulder. It just has backbinder and legs.
Oh yeah, the Tetra rifle.
Oh yeah. Because no, the backbinder is the it's not.
Oh, that's right. It's the big
the
goofy.
Is
the big shoulders. Yeah, that's right.
It is 30%.
I forget the big goofy shoulders are an extra pair of shoulders.
They're wings, shoulder wings.
Oh yeah, also the damage control 2 plus the maneuver armor level 2 is gross. And now it has double dodge roll if you want to take use of that instead of its turning around thing. Yeah, I like it. I still like the Vertex. I just kind of want them to buff the Gatling and, give the quest that Gatling instead, for goodness sake. But anyway. But yeah, that's the last one of the raids. Any other thoughts on the Vertex, though? Gustav, did you have anything for them?
No, I mean, it's really fast. I like it. I don't use it, again, like Emblem said, I don't use it as much as I probably should because I kind of struggled with it in the beginning. But I've had some good space matches in it in particular. So having that just get touched up on even more, all power to it. I don't mind that at all.
Yeah, I think 600 is going to feel really awesome in the suit now. because considering where the numbers were, and 650 though it probably still needs some help. Which I just wonder if where they're coming out with one cost for suits now, if they might just
Yeah.
stick to that, and they're kind of gonna just let higher level suits just start dwindling a bit more.
I was kind of goofing on it, and it does kind of seem like they might just be doing it for the sake of having people like roll harder on the extended banners when they actually come out with new levels. Because I don't think they
Yeah.
won't be level boosted, but I think having them just at one cost kind of helps them level out what they'll scale them to when that happens.
Right.
So I think there is a bigger excuse outside of just the extra money, but
Tinfoil hat.
that's still
Ugly
probably yeah. That's still a factor. I don't doubt that for a second.
Okay, so the next thing we have is the Go-Go Cannon JN, which is another suit that I complained about. Though I thought it had a lot of potential as an actual sniper suit that snipers have been wanting forever. And with this buff, they might just have it. So 1000 health, which is always nice for supports. They actually gave it special leg buffer, which it didn't have to begin with. Level 1. The precision sniping skill, the cooldown time between shots has now been shortened. Emblem, if you have that number, Andy.
It says it was 50%. Now it's 25.
Okay, then that would mean I've actually got. I can check that. So okay, because it didn't feel like it was much, but I could tell that it was longer. So that translates to. Okay, I know I've got the suit. Did I not mark it? Where's it at? Hello?
What happened?
No, where is it? I know I've got the suit.
Oh.
Oh, it's 500 cost. Duh, never mind. I'm looking at 550.
Can't find a scope dog.
Here we go. The support
dog.
scope dog. Here we go. Okay, so that's 1.7 seconds cooldown time. I don't have any. Yeah, I don't have any. Okay, yeah. So instead of being, that's a weird number, but yeah, instead of being 50% longer, which is essentially like 2.5 seconds at that point, now it's should be about 2 seconds roughly, maybe a little bit more. Yeah, a little bit over that. That's not bad. The main thing though with this is that the beam rifle itself also got buffed. The power is increased by 30, which I'm wondering if it being increased just by 30 is so that you actually break legs more consistently. Like if that was the number, like they were testing it out, and they also increased the leg break damage, and they were like, well, we just need to give it a little bit. But the range increased by 50 to 500 meters. The power resistance, so the damage to legs was increased. The focus shooting damage was increased. The range was increased for focus shooting. And the focused damage to legs was increased. So if you have those numbers.
Yeah. So the damage did it show the full charge damage?
No.
Okay. Damage for full charge is 2600 at level 1, 2750 at level 2. It got a 0.2% or 2.2 times increase, so it went from 1.1 for leg damage to 1.3. Range went up by 50 for both focus and unfocus. It's like a level 1 full unfocus is 500, so now it's 650, and it just increased by 5 at level 2 like usual.
So what's its wait, so its damage versus legs uncharged is what? Just 1.3. 1.3 across the board for the focus too?
Yep, for both.
Okay.
It was the same for both the whole time. They just made it higher.
Okay. And then the other thing is they increased the effect of the spot time.
Yeah, it's been doubled. It's 15, or it was 15 seconds, now it's 30.
Oh wow, that's actually oof. That's interesting. I thought it was going to be the same as the Isaac right out for now. It was like less than that. And the ASL has been increased as well. But yeah, hopefully we finally have a leg breaker support sniper suit that
actually does it.
Yeah. The
Sounds better than the
snipers-
Isaac already.
Yeah.
You know, I had the chance
Although it already
to
was before
instantly
the buffs.
buy the 450 Isaac, and I bought it, and so far
Mistakes were
Regrets.
made.
haven't lost a game in it because
No,
Isaac's
mistakes were made.
OP. Let's go.
Hot doo doo.
So good. Anyway,
Yes, it is out potentialed. Sorry, keep going.
oof. But anyway, but yeah, hopefully this is actually the sniper suit that we've been needing for a long time.
Yeah. I mean, like, for a good while, the Sniper Custom kind of held that cornerstone, right? Just because of how gross the output was at that cost range. And this seemed like they were going to try to do that again, and then it was just so, like, underwhelming.
Yep.
Unnerf the
That's nice
Gunner
that they
Gundam.
put it back up.
Also, there
my
we
God,
go.
yeah.
Nerf the gunner, please.
Gunner Gundam needs it just because it literally has nothing else. And let it move while charging. Oh my god.
Yes. At this point,
None
yes.
of that's the thing that they can do.
Too strong. Can't do it.
Oh my gosh. There's the raid main.
Disgusting.
Too strong. No, sir.
Give it a piercing heavy stagger.
Now this I'm pretty hyped about. Ooh, piercing heavy. Ooh. This I'm pretty hyped about. Full armor, type B. Heat percentage has been lowered from 30 to 25 on its triple beam rifle. Overheat has been shortened to 15-second reload, and the stagger amount is increased to what, Emblem?
From 10 to 20%.
Wow.
Can it actually shoot 5? Yeah, it shoot 5 times. Yes! Let's go! So you actually stun on your overheat, which I guess you would really want to shoot your cannon, maybe do the missile vomit, and if your missiles didn't stun them, since they got buffed for doing that, then your beam rifle should do that. Which that's
Type
cool.
B needs some help. Suit is not scary at all, so that's good.
Yeah, this thing might actually be a contender to be played at 500 now, rather than laughed at.
Not at all. Yep. There's some people who played it, but
then the
As suggested.
right,
that's not those free lunches that you see on the internet.
Perhaps
Like, I shall feast as a raid tonight.
I say that as the support. I'm like, oh, I can go bully that
Piece
in
of
my
candy.
Zissa. Let's go. Oh, you're stunned. Oh, you're stunned again. Oh, you're stunned again. You're stunned again. You're stunned again. Okay, I'm about out of stuns. Let me knock you over.
We can just
and
get
then-
it.
your
Now I'm
matches
just getting
your
bored.
fight's taking too long. The generals will show up by then.
Yeah,
You gotta kill it.
bunga.
Yeah.
I mean, no, they look over and they see it's the support, like there's support on support violence going on, and they're like, oh, okay.
They probably turn the other way. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
they're
the
like-
children are fighting.
That's not a raid. I'm going over here. See, that's why you're safe to bully another support.
Raid?
Yeah.
Raid?
Bunga bunga? Disgusting. Must be purged.
So
It's just everyone like, this isn't a fighting game. Bang, bang, bang.
yeah, that's my existence in this game. I just want to shoot.
Yeah, Magnum's playing Tarkov. I'm playing Street Fighter. What were you talking about?
Pretty much. Until I play a raid. And then the full armor Thunderbolt got buffed. And I was like, yes, I can finally play a raid the way I want to. Yeah. But anyway, and then the Rigazee came out. Now I cry because if it touches one of my shields, I just explode.
It just swept you over
I do
like
not
that.
see the MLRS anymore, like at all.
Oh, the MLRS too. Well, I was talking about the full armor Thunderbolt, but either
Yeah.
way, like
that
in space
too, but-
games, because like
I see that.
at 500, I'm fine.
Hmm.
But at 550, where the like Rigazee exists, it's just like from downtown, and,
Boo, boo.
and I have
Just
like 2 health, or he's coming back to finish me off, one or the other. Because you're all shields in every direction, and it doesn't matter if it hits a shield; it goes straight to your body. But anyway, normally blowing up those shields and allowing the generals to be like raid.
Alright. Oh.
But anyway, back to the support at hand. The missile launcher, speaking of that thing, got buffed. 20 damage per missile, which is pretty significant actually, considering how many you shoot, bombing out. And also, hopefully they'll hit less environment on the map. Hallelujah. please. And reduce blur, which is the recoil, which I still don't hardly feel in this game at all.
Shake reduction when shooting.
Yeah. So that'll feel good.
It'll probably still be a free launch.
Yeah,
I'm
most
looking
likely.
forward to seeing people play it. So
I'm
that
definitely
should
going to
cool.
be doing that. I'll probably try it. If there's a cost for it after this, I'll probably be playing it, and then I'll probably cry tonight a little bit.
You're like, oh boy, Magnum's throwing again. What are you doing?
Oof. Hey man, I got pretty good with that missile. Not bad.
It'll be able to build up a lot easier now, though. So that will be relevant. So it'd be good.
But let's. The last suit, which got only one buff, which I'm very questioning. Like, we'll check what the numbers were, but the Easy 8 weapons rack power was increased from 900 to 950. The range was increased from 350 meters to 400, and the focus time has been decreased to 4 seconds, and the focus power has been increased. The heat percentage for focused was lowered, and the range for focused was increased. And other than the 50 damage for its base power, I don't see anybody using it for the focus fire unless it's like the beginning of the match fight things, if you want to start off with that instead of something else, because you got your cannon, so I don't know why you really would. And also, the beam rifle is just so good for just follow-up damage. Like, literally, once I realized it had 1 second cooldown between shots, I was just like, cannon, pew, 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 and then just not worry about anything else. And then I would cannon, machine gun cannon, then when it's off cooldown, or when it's done overheating, cannon, pew, 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 and you just get so much extra damage. Or if you just actually play good and don't spam it like I do, you don't overheat it, and just keep shooting shots in between your cannon shots. But what is the numbers for the focus? Because who knows, it might be good now.
Yeah, so it just got increased by 50, just like the regular shots at level 1. So it's 1150 now.
Yeah.
With a focus charge. Level 2 goes up to 1300, and level 3 goes up to 1450.
So it's still
focus range.
Loss.
Yeah, focus range is just 50 on the focus range, so it's 500 instead of 450. And the heat rate went down to 85%. I don't know if it was on there.
Yeah, I didn't actually say the heat rate. So yeah, it's literally just for 4 seconds, you're only gaining 200 damage. Like, and since you can fire 1 every second, like doing that literally is just losing you big DPS, and you've already got a cannon to stun people. I mean, other than literally the first fight of the game, there's not really much of a reason to charge this. I guess there's ace matches too, where everybody, let's sortie together when that happens. But,
oh god, let's doom one person to die. Okay.
Oh yeah, when that happens too, that's always funny. When somebody makes that
that's
call.
That's pretty much what that is.
Yeah.
You might as well just put the little like smile command or whatever.
Yeah, it's like yeah, whoever
all sortie together, smile, death.
Yeah. One guy's left. Let's sortie together. Like, you should have an like ability to emote your suit so that it just shakes its fist at the sky.
Like, damn you! No!
Let that guy die. I'm like, yep, sounds about right. Hey, you should have died with the rest of the team. Probably spawned a place anyway. You deserve it.
You called in artillery, didn't pay attention to how many, and then you spawn in, you get in your suit, and you turn. Let's sortie together.
Fuck.
Okay, but anyway, that's the buffs and nerfs. Woo! So, any other thoughts on the buffs and nerfs?
Pretty
Much
good.
needed
I mean,
buffs.
The good thing is that they're still being consistent enough with these unit buffs that you're actually seeing them get rolled out, and people are actually giving them a shot. So some of them are just flat out being ignored despite the buffs. Because that was always kind of a fear with that, is that they were like, we're gonna adjust it, and then no one's gonna try it, and just be like, well, it's either gonna be the same or the stats are gonna be worse, because now they're actually like observing them to see for the next one.
We just
Yeah.
need more goof buff notes. Like, people were just using the heat rod. Suck.
Y'all are
Not
just too
changing
fucking
anything.
stupid. You don't understand our buff vision.
Yeah,
You
we're
did
now
it
gonna
wrong.
take literally like the next month. It was like, yeah, we're taking a step higher rank and above now for the actual stats instead of where we were because people were heat rotting only at like what was it, A minus or something. Now we're taking A's or whatever and up. Or wait, no, was it B plus? Now they're doing A minus, or are they just doing
I
A
can't
now?
remember the exact
Either
thing,
way,
but
they moved it up because of that. Like the next month, I was just like, whoa, so good. Yeah. Now we got new suit speculation. So, what do we think the new suit is going to be?
Considering that we're doing clans for 500, people are still calling like grunt suits or like 500 something. Asians, of course, still gunning for the Gym 3 Bulldog to get thrown out.
Well, we got our raid and support in a double banner.
Mm.
We got a general. So either we're not going to see a support for a while. I could see another general. What? Honestly, at this point, what do we think would be a 500 general?
The Shiki MP. That way it has a shoulder cannon.
Do we think they're done with Moon for a while?
Nah. I think they'll still try to pull some good grunt suits from there.
Well, I'm looking right now. What they have that
They
would
just made
look
the Bulldog
grunt.
a pseudo support. That'd be hilarious.
Oh no. No. No.
Not a support at all. It's just another
Oh
general.
my gosh, if they do that again. It scares me every time I see something that I want to be a support. I'm like, is it going to be a general?
I don't disappoint me like this dude.
Did Emblem having
He's
issues?
looking at something. What are you doing? Hello.
hold on. Tenda's Twitter has a potential like suit leak. Hold on.
Mm?
Okay.
Really? I know they're doing that that event soon. They're doing another spectator thing with like JP
What would
personalities and stuff.
Okay, I see the Gigazam and I see the Gaza G. What is a Gaza G?
It's a Gaza Gundam. What do you? I don't know.
Okay, into possible spoilers. What?
Is it in a picture? Is
That
it a
mobile?
video?
Oh, it appears that there's a mobile suit hidden in this. What the hell
Oh,
is
it's
this mobile
super
suit?
tiny.
I think it's the full custom.
Yeah. I think it's an actual suit that we have though.
It looks like the full custom. Like I think it because I know she tends to do like
Yeah, like she's done posts like this
memes on her
before.
Twitter. I think it's just one of those.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's just a
okay.
full custom. I got closer to it.
Yeah.
It's got the same pose and stuff.
Debated.
Yeah, because that's just a form of post that she puts out. Guess the mobile suit or whatever.
I'm gonna guess Gaza G as a general because I have no clue what that thing looks like, and the other Gazas are a general.
There's another Gaza that's like a
I will say
prelude to all the other ones that came out.
the full custom
from
icon
Repair.
is different than that image, though.
It might be the one that they use for the site instead of the one that they use in the game.
Well, I'm looking at the one on the site.
No, I mean, oh, are you okay?
Oh, apparently it's huge. Apparently the Gaza G is huge.
Okay.
Never mind.
I could still do it. They've already had to scale the Masala and a couple other things, and we're just like, oh, they're big. Okay, they get to just be big.
We can get the
They big.
Medusa Space Hama.
Does it just have like propellant legs or something?
There we go. Let's get the Zaku 4 at this point. That would be a good grunt.
Yeah.
500.
This is a really early bomb plant. The fuck?
And then we get the raid version, which is the Zaku 4 S type. Or that's the support, since it has that giant axe. kind of looks like the same giant axe. No.
That'd be amazing, though. I wouldn't mind that. But yeah, Zaku 4 would be kind of cool. What are those Zakus that had those weird, like, are they like beam rifles, or they have like a winch system on them too? That were like stopgaps for the remnants.
What is that?
I forget what they're exactly called, but I don't want to say that they're Zaku 4s.
Chat gave me a zoomed in version of it. It's like a fucking pixely mess. So you forgot
Yeah,
the enhanced part with the zoom, dude.
Yep. I zoomed for you. I did that too. Don't.
Enhance.
Clearly, the streamer's fingers are
No,
broken.
that's just zoom. Enhance, please.
He just wasn't zooming hard enough, lol.
Yeah, I want the bulldog. That would be cool. I'm gonna be sad if that's general somehow.
Did Asian go in your chat?
No, I'm looking at the suits. The Theta Plus would be an awesome.
Theta
support.
still haven't touched on that. That still needs to.
See, I feel like the Theta Plus, the
Gigantic
bulldog,
mess
and
of a
the
suit that thing is. This big blocky blob.
Rigazid. Rigazid.
Ah, okay.
That could also be a support. Like all three of those are pretty much the only suits other than the Zaku 4 look like potential support suits. I could see them all being supports.
It looks like the same as a portrait image. I'm gonna say it's the same thing.
Yeah, at the very least, I don't think it's anything new. So
Yeah, it looks like it might be something old. Also, one of the comments on Twitter, the guy's profile picture is Fat Char. Oh, I love to see that guy. Best Char. Don't at me, chat.
But yeah,
Seek John.
any other suit ideas? And I guess, what do you think? Raid, general, or support? Let's call that. I'm gonna say general. Which I'd love to see a support.
I'm gonna since Maniac brought it up, my guess will be to appease the IBO fans, they'll release the Barbas. That's the
that's really the right
Zaku.
one.
They're like, you guys have been asking for this, right?
Right.
Space only. It's a raid, of course.
You got to return to Monk and actually become the pilot for it too.
It's a 150 raid. Have fun. Don't worry, it'll have maneuver armor.
It's got to have like a commit stance that shoots like all the rifles on it too.
No, its only attack is to be heavy attack, and it just turns into fist and rocket punches.
Oh my god!
Ejects its whole body at people. Special skill explodes. That's gonna be the Doan Zaku whenever it comes out one day. They gotta do it. They've got to do it for the movie, right? Right?
Surely. And it's gotta have a heavy stagger on the punch and all, like a charging. Like they have the punch, right? They could just use it from the Striker custom.
Oh wait, actually, you know what I just realized? I'm gonna say the Gaza G, or actually it could be something crazy. You know, because next week is gonna be the update before the actual ranked match.
Ranked match.
Never mind. I
never announced
one. You mean clans?
Never mind. We're already. Never mind.
Because that would mean it would be 500. Which
yeah,
is
never mind. It is 500.
Like...
Yeah. Never mind. I was like, never mind.
I don't think we've done anything different, but Lunar New Year is coming up, right?
Yeah, it's actually already passed.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
That's what I was thinking. Happy
New Year. That doesn't mean they wouldn't do anything belated, maybe, but like, I don't know if it would be super specific to that, or if they would just mention it in like the letter or some shit.
I think that's really what the new map was for, was to celebrate that.
Well, they also had to get the belated New Year's thing in the dev letter. Like in general, not even the lunar one.
Oh yeah, I guess. Yeah. Never mind. I'm derping. But yeah. I was just reading chat and I was like thinking about the Gaza G. I saw a picture of it. I don't know actually the dimensions of it, but it looks like it would work. Just a very fat Gaza D is really what it looks like. I don't know if the weapons hidden in its wings essentially, but shoulders are huge. Shoulders look like it's carrying GBO2 like shields for shoulders. But yeah, any other guesses? If not, we can go ahead and start to wrap up. We want to do that. Take that as a no. Also,
I'm good.
on for the thing. Okay, cool. In that case, Gustav, you want to do some shoutouts?
Okie dokie. Gustav13, Gustav_X_I on most social media. Still doing GBO2 as our primary game on this channel, for better or worse. Still working through SRW30 as our secondary. Gonna be trying to do some front missions and stuff before we head on to the finale and then see what the post game is gonna be like. And then from there, we'll probably be doing Judgment and Lost Judgment just to get through that series because it's been a long time coming considering that we had all these other games come up in front of it.
They're fun.
But yeah, they're good. We'll be around. Still trying to do more stuff like quick impressions and whatnot for suits as I get them since it's been really slow. Over on the YouTube channel, currently just doing the streams over on YouTube as well for the podcast itself. And besides that, check us out on TikTok and all the other good stuff. We'll be around for the weekend. Hopefully, we'll have another clan match practice session. I actually forgot that we were doing a practice today, along with the podcast. I was like, well, I guess I'm not going to be there for this one.
I thought you've done practice during the podcast before, Gustav.
We did, but it's not a good idea.
Oh, I hear you.
Because at that point, I'm like in this call, and I got to pay attention to other stuff, especially since that Mom Crush thing went down earlier. Like I wouldn't have noticed that if I was doing like practice.
But
what about you guys? Yeah, that's it.
Was that the transition? Got it. I'm Gaming Emblem.
Bad transition.
I stream at twitch.tv /Gaming Emblem. Got some semi-regular uploads on the YouTubes. Mostly just like stream rips of matches and stuff like that. From stuff like Pokemon Unite. I'm gonna probably put up some Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. Which might have to the podcast I challenge you to a duel and other things like that. But playing Yu-Gi-Oh, as you may not have noticed just now, on top of so finishing up Lost Judgment. I actually played a game called Monarch the other day. It's made by the Shin Megami Tensei team. The demo is out. Releases cool. Later on the 22nd. It's very edgy. It's kind of cool. But we play random JRPGs and stuff like that. Maybe Elden Ring. Pokemon Legends Arceus is coming out. I don't know. Games, video games. We play them. Gaming Emblem. Oh my god! Wow. Come check it out. How about you, Magnum?
And as always, everybody's stuff will be down in the description below. But I'm EG Magnum. I stream on Twitch. Got a Twitter, Discord, YouTube channel, and other social media that I need to get work on doing that, as well as stuff like animated emotes things. I am slacking hard. But yes, it will be time to. I was gonna try to keep it going, but then I.
Oh my god.
It caused myself to laugh. But anyway, yeah, we'll be playing some Yu-Gi-Oh sometime after this. Probably doing some dailies and let's see what else. Got Tarkov. Gonna do some Tarkov sometime because also finishing Monster Hunter Rise as much as I can finish. So probably won't finish it, but I'm gonna try to get as far as I can before Lost Ark hits on the 11th, which actually means I need to start playing it on the 8th. And Path of Exile has an update coming on Friday. So I just realized that. So, whoops. So, too many games and not enough time, actually. I've got way too many games and not enough time. So it's going to be fun. So, Path of Exile, Monster Hunter Rise, Tarkov, Yu-Gi-Oh! Now, because I'm addicted to card games. And then I feel like, oh yeah, Gundam, of course. Gundam dailies stuff just about every day that I can. As well as, yeah, a lot of playing it by ear, though. So we'll see schedule-wise right now. But anyway, that'll be it for this one, though, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Let us know in the comments down below of what you thought about this episode and all that jazz. But anyway, guys, that'll be it for this one. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. Peace.
Later.
That was it.